Don't talk to me!
Griff gang.
Good for you. Hi, me again. Hi, are you serving cheeseburgers right now? You're not a marriage scammer. Like these people who have, they have children. Can you not take them to the park? I gave my cats away for you.
Rage, more rage.
Exactly, teardrop.
My dad's my uncle.
Hello, it's ready.
I'm not hungry. Like, that salad really filled me up. Dad, if you're watching this, sue Slimer.
I'm fat. I'm obese. I am fat. That hot dog is juicy. You think your life would be so much better struggling here with 500 kids and no money? Okay, good luck. How fucking dare you? Hillbilly, crap, white trash people.
Hello, good people. Happy Wednesday. Hopefully the audio is okay. My woman, I'm sure, will let me know how we're doing on that end. Good to see everybody this morning. Sorry, I was a few minutes late. Actually, I was trying to test the audio as much as I could before I hit the live button. Hello, Silent Left Hand. Good to see you. Tony D, Duping Delight. My love of crabs, Dinky, KK, Sushi, Seattle Sapphire, Butter Crumpet. Butter Crumpet says, happy Canadian back hump day, fatties. Look at the chin unleashed. Would you just look at it? It is the gift that keeps on giving. Sassy Mama, Carrie Ludwig, Lost Tamale, Caddy, Drama B. Drama B says, sounds good. Serene Sky, Dorky Shitstain, Bama Girl, Luna, Emotional Support Muffin, Cancer Warrior. Fondue says business partner confirmed for sure. Hey, Moon Pie, good to see you. Just Deb, hello, Chicken Nugget, just visiting. Don, Jamie, Gen X Girl. Kyle, good to see you. We had heart flings in chat yesterday. And I don't want to leave anybody out. Hello, I am Cat Lady. Sky says, hold on. I want it pinned. There it is. Can we get hearts for Sava and his pup? Oh, Tashi, RIP BB. Yes, absolutely. Hearts in chat, Scott. And thank you so much for the support. Also, I've seen, unfortunately, we have another loss to the community. Catherine says, I hate the trauma dump. First thing in the AM, but our 16-year-old Shih Tzu crossed the Rainbow Bridge yesterday, so I could use the humor. No pressure. We got you, Catherine, and I'm so sorry for your loss, hon. Thank you guys so much for the support. Fondue says, Chantel, business partner, Soro. Yes, girl, that is right. Confirmed. Business partner, but I still don't believe. Here's the thing. I feel like we start so many conversations out with, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Foodie is not going to take the hint. Just like I've seen somebody on Twitter say, like, until Salah is completely deleted off of Foodie's social media, they're still somewhat entertaining each other. Okay. Now, with the whole TikTok thing and entertaining other men, it's very obvious what Foodie is trying to do. Not only is she trying to make Salah jealous, but if one of these men would actually entertain her back, she would totally go for it. You know? You don't hear the sound yet? Oh, no. Fondue, thank you for the support, hon. Elizabeth says, can we get a BG13 chat sticker, please? Maybe. I'll consider it, but BG13 is definitely a cute kitty. And thank you for the support, hon. She hasn't even blocked Tooth. Salah's never getting blocked or removed. Exactly, Kyle. Exactly. She collects these men, like I said before, like they're souvenirs. If any of them are willing to still entertain her, she's going to entertain them. Hello, Shelly Ray. Good to see you. By the Book says the fries are extra salty. Be careful out there on the YouTube streets, folks. They be crazy. The whole community is unhinged. And you know what? Don't blame anybody but Mama Fry herself. She got herself into this position. Maybe she'll get herself out of this position. I don't know. We as a community, we're moving on. We don't care what y'all got going on over there. I don't care if you get your channel back. I don't care if you stay terminated. I don't care if you end up. So the rumor is, since you brought it up, By the Book, and thank you for being a member for 15 months, we'll go ahead and talk about it. The rumor is, now, again, consider the source. I was told that this was from Yo Mama's mouth, is that Frenchie will be on one of the local live podcasts to be interviewed. And my only question I have to that is, who will be on the show? Will Frenchie actually show herself, or will it be her avatar that shows up? Because we already know, oh, girl is not gonna. Number one, I would be shocked. Spiteful Pinky Jean, simmer down. We're gonna get to the grabber. I would be shocked if she would go on the show at all. Okay, but if she does decide, because she's in such a position that she needs, some kind of support, and hopefully Keem will do something to get her channel reinstated. And if not, maybe continue to have her on to host these shows so she can continue to get some kind of YouTube paycheck. Okay. Buggy says avatar only. You want to do a poll? Oh, absolutely. That's going to be a good one. Let's see. Will Frenchie or her avatar show up? I don't know what show she's going to be on. I'll just leave it at that. Frenchie will be on cam. Frenchie's avatar. Yes. There we go. Okay. Incoming, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you cast your vote. We shall see. And I look forward to it regardless. Okay. Regardless, whether it be, and I was talking to Charlie about this yesterday, whether she come on, she stays terminated, we're still going to talk about her. Whether she get her channel back, we're going to talk about her. Whether she goes on the podcast, it's content regardless of the situation. Personally, I'm not invested. I don't care what happens, but I'm here for all of it. I'll say that much. Lala Landing says, oh, shoot, I lost your message. Hold on a second. Is that Salah in the corner or Keemstar? They do look a lot alike. I'm so glad you pointed that out. But yes, that is Salah, Mr. Businessman himself. How was Foodie and Salah talking about a trip? Was it to Malaysia, I believe? Where is the money coming from for either of these two nimwits to travel to Malaysia? Okay. Is it Alan? Alan, it's your birthday. Congratulations on making another year, hun. Happy birthday to you. No, she'll never cam up, bro. I wish she would. That'd be great. Okay. So yesterday we were talking about grabbers. Do you guys remember the grabber situation? Well, it just happens that yesterday one showed up at my doorstep. Would you look at this thing? Lashes. Did Sam send you the video? I pinched Sam's butt with this. I'll have you know. That's the only thing it's good for. Okay. This thing don't work for shit, but it did. I will tell you this much. I was able to pick up a remote control with this thing, but I try to pick up like a loaf of bread, and maybe I just need to practice more. I don't know. But here's a funny story about this here grabber. Okay. Is that I had ordered my son all kinds of stuff off of Amazon because he's got an event that's coming up. So it was like an outfit and everything. So the package came and I opened the package up and it was in a box. And I assumed that it was, like my son's tie or maybe his socks or whatever. I didn't pay it much mind. So here comes Sam gunting in the questions, in the kitchen, asking me all kinds of questions about these packages that I got. I was like, what's your problem, bro? I had to get all this stuff for my kid. Like, what do you mean? Why are you asking me what's inside these packages? She's like, because I'm expecting something. And I'm like, well, nothing came with your name on it, so I don't know what you're talking about. So she goes over And all of this is with my son's stuff, right? She goes over and she pulls out this package and she tells me to open it. And inside of that package was this grabber. And the funny thing about that is that if she wouldn't have went over and got that, my son would have opened this up because he thought it was his crap. And he'd been like, Mom, why do you have a grabber? Why do you have this? What do you need this for? And he would have thought I was a complete weirdo. But anyways, yes. So this is now going to be a part of the show. Thank you so much to Lashes in chat. Spiteful Pinky Jean. Zebracorn says, why you locked me out for 20 minutes? Why are you not subscribed is the question, Zebracorn. That's the real question here. Girl, hit the subscribe button. You've been around in this community for so long. Why in the hell are you not subscribed and and if you're not subscribed to the channel, you're putting yourself on blast like that. Well, thank you for your money. Now you've learned your lesson. Sub up to the channel. We appreciate you so much. Somebody in chat says it's a glitch. Yeah, possibly a glitch. And I think that happens all the time because like every day I'll like lose like 20 subscribers and then gain them back and lose. It's like a daily game. So either people are just fucking with me, which is totally possible. You know, the fries are out there. They're insane. They're crazy. The farmers are insane. They're crazy. And they like to play stupid little games. And a lot of times it's YouTube glitch. So you just got to resub up to the channel and wait your little 20 minutes. And then you'll be able to say whatever you want to say in chat. Hey, Hot Wasabi, good to see you. No, I can't. Oh, when I take the Christmas tree down, I can't take the Christmas tree down until we do finish up our exchange. And I don't want to talk about that because I'm already really mad. I've been talking to Sam about that shit this morning in the post office and that whole situation. Don't even get me started on that again. It's a glitch. It happened to me last week. You know, I've been subbed. It's YouTube. Yeah, people in the chat are saying it's a glitch. So that's your Frenchie update. Allegedly, she's going to be on one of the low cal podcasts later tonight. If she will be there, we'll definitely be listening. I want to hear everything that she has to say. But I feel like it's going to be a lot of clickbait. I don't know, man. But old girl is pretty desperate. So it definitely could be a possibility. I'm not going to completely count it out. Not at all. You got your car to retire? Oh, my God. I told Sam this morning, I was like, that's fucking humiliating, bro. I said, I've never had this happen before, ever. She's like, I know. And I was like, never again. Oh, a snipe? Maybe we'll consider it for sure. I don't think I have any. I have to check. I don't think I have any activities going on this afternoon or this evening. So yeah, possibly for sure. They clickbaited everyone and said Foodie was going to be. She never showed up. That is true. Well, you know what, Illyria? I think they were, to be fair to them, I think they really were holding out hope that Foodie would show up because she did originally say that she was going to come on and then she ended up walking that shit back. And I think they really thought maybe last minute because they had everybody, Keemstar, Amberlynn in Foodie's chat trying to get her back over there. I think they really were holding out hope that she would show up. But yeah, I mean, technically clickbaited. Low cal sig, I'm here for it. The LCU is so boring. It's obviously scripted and they're all terrible actors. I think the concept is there. They just got to deliver it better. I mean, but who am I to talk? Obviously, you know, they're doing something over there, right? Foodie said she is 400 pounds during her embarrassing TikTok battle. I thought she just said that she just weighed in yesterday and she was 345 pounds. I can't do TikTok. I cannot. Oh, Lindsay says it's going to be Yo Mama dressed as FFG. Stop it. Oh, man, that sucks. The least you could do, Yo Mama, is wear a Win t-shirt, okay? Even if you got to draw it on a piece of paper and tape it to a shirt. You need to at least if you're going to do something like that, you got to at least do the Win t-shirt. You got to. A lot of their members enjoy the scripts, even if they know it's fake. That's true, Tweet T. So the TikTok. I can't stand to see Foodie go over there and really try to act like those filters are her. And she's in heat. It's very obvious, even though the puss has ran dry, that Foodie is in heat. She's seeking out another souvenir to add to the collection. She's on TikTok not only to make Salah jealous, but yes, if, like I said, if somebody was willing to take the bait, she's all in. Where are you at? What country are you in? And I will come to you. Say less. 400 is the lowest I would believe. Absolutely, Scotch. I'm with you. I will not believe a pound under 400. Agreed, 1,000,000%. KK says if you are blocked from the chat, try clicking super chat and then go back. You don't have to type anything. It should reset the chat. It helped me. Well, that sounds like a whole lot there, KK. Thank you for the support, hun. Huh. Fondue says, so you didn't see her telling men about her IBS and her 20-year-old threesome stories? On God. I seen chatter about it on Twitter, and I did not hit the play. I do not want to see Filter to Hell and Back Chantel talking to any men. And these men, they're not like, homely looking men. They're pretty attractive from what the screenshots that I've seen on Twitter, right? So knowing these are the conversations that she's having as she's laying there in her 473-pound body, flirting, Filters to Hell and Back, talking about IBS and 20-year-old threesome stories, humiliating. I can't even handle it. I can't. And I can handle a lot when I can handle diarrhea in the freezer. I can handle all of that stuff. But her coming online, talking to these men who have no idea what they're getting themselves into, I can't handle it. Not yet, anyways. I'm going to give me some time before I'll get there. And she's doing that. Correct me if I'm wrong, Fondue. Thank you for the support. She's not monetized over there, right? So she has to just be doing the TikTok situation just to talk to random dudes in a hijab. Exactly, Billy. Great point. You saw the filtered pic. She's like a cartoon. Foodie is actually like a cartoon character on the TikTok. Oh, it's gifts only. So will she? Okay, so it's like super chats, you mean? They just call it gifts over there on TikTok. So eventually, I guess she'll reach a threshold, like where she gets her money paid out. Deep fried fupas that I was dying. And yeah, they're younger. The ones I've seen too. She can only get gifts. Nameless was dropping big ones. Who's Nameless? She made several hundred last night. Really? She made several $100s on TikTok last night? Oh, well, that might be worth it for her then. What's the point of being on Kick? Are you guys sure? If she's making several $100s on TikTok, why would she ever bother with Kick? She made $150 last night from the gifts. Really? Interesting. Mia Moore, thank you so much for gifting 10 the YouTube Underground memberships. Let's see who got them. Autumn. Burnt Cheeseburger. Love the name, by the way. Hey. Okay, it took a minute. Lil Du Jour, Deaf Otter, Gemini Girl. Hey, I'm a Gemini too. Helen. Is it Storma Kari? Mom of 8. Star Seed. Life's a Beach. Wait, that sounds familiar. Thank you so much, Mia Moore, for the gifted memberships. Welcome, new members. A word from our sponsor.
Life is short. Smile while you still have teeth and can crunch into a zesty pickle.
Wow. I felt like that was so significant. But unfortunately for Dirtneck, she no longer has teeth. So there's that. Mia, thank you so much. I've heard that too, that they don't get paid out in Canada. But if she made $150 last night on TikTok, there's no reason for her to go back to Kick. She should continue to stay on TikTok. I'm curious to see, because if that's the case, and if you guys are right and she made that kind of money, then she'll definitely be back on TikTok, like streaming all the time, I would imagine. She won quite a few challenges. It shocked me, honestly. So I don't even know how it works. Under Oak Chronicle says threesome, Foodie Beauty, Ronald McDonald, and the Burger King. Thank you for the support, hun. You can tell I'm a Gemini. Hell yeah. I definitely fit the Gemini, whatever you want to call it, to a T. I didn't think she can make money on TikTok as she's Canadian. Well, now I do know with the clips that I've seen, obviously, that she is being gifted. So somebody has to be getting that money, or she wouldn't be able to have that option. So I don't know. She has to battle to get the money. She just can't chat with her chat. Really, Billy says UPS won't deliver to P.O. boxes unless someone is there to accept the package. Smaller post offices will not have staff overnight, hence why they return my package. I'll try. Listen, if you want to resend your package, Billy, just send it to my address. It's out there. It is what it is. Everybody knows. And if you don't have it, you can email me and I'll send it to you. If you want it, if you don't want to send it again, it's fine. But I would rather you just send it to my house. I know it'll get here. And thank you so much for the support, hun. Persephone says TikTok takes like 50 to 70% or more, so she didn't make much. And Canada doesn't have the creator fund, so she can't be monetized off of videos. Okay, that's interesting. So even if she did make the $150 in gifts, she's not going to see very much of that money. Damn, you just can't win for losing, can you, Chantel? Thank you for that, Persephone. Be Like Water Baby, the local celebrity, says I watched a few shorts and karma is hard at work. That's right, girl. Thank you so much for the support. A lot of people make good money on TikTok. Yes. I've watched a few where they went from having a regular 9 to 5 to where they quit their job and they went full time with the TikTok. So it's interesting to see for sure. Yes, a May Gemini. Absolutely. So lots to go over today. We're obviously not going to get through everything, but we're going to get through a lot of it. We're going to talk about the Salah and Chantel fight. If you believe anything that Chantel is saying, I don't know what to think about the whole situation yet, because she wasn't necessarily like really, really mad at Salah, but she did go on TikTok, and to me, she was flirting with those other men. And that is always a sign that Chantel and Salah have had some kind of falling out. But the thing that I don't like is that Foodie was using that situation in order to get people to sub up, paying members to sub up to her kick. And then she would come on and she would spill the tea about her and Salah's fight. That's why I'm hesitating to some extent to believe that they are actually in a fight. Ren says, per the poll, we should just ask Lori how Big Sig will show up, since that psycho already predicted to FFG that she was going to lose her channel. So Charlie showed the screenshot the other day in her video. I think it was it Monday night when she went live? I think so. Where Lori, dead ass, I mean, I know we give Lori shit because she claims to be the community psychic or whatever, but she posted a screenshot that Lori predicted that Frenchie was basically going to lose her YouTube channel in December or January. Whatever it was, she was right. So we'll give credit where credit is due, Lori. I guess but I mean, that was really weird. I'll leave it at that. Ren, thank you for being a member for 39 months. I appreciate you. One by one, let me ride each reactor's face. There you have it, Badusi. Canadians can't get paid off of TikTok. Say my name. I got you, girl. And thank you so much for the support. We got jumping jacks, so the begging was worth it. I would not call what we've seen Foodie do jumping jacks, ma'am. Okay. I mean, if you want to call them jumping jacks, fair enough. She was moving her feet out and putting her arms above her head. She was not lifting her feet off of the ground. But I guess that's more, damn it, that's more than we've gotten from Chantel in a long time. So that was basically like the equivalent of Chantel rolling down the hill. I'll give her that. She said 2026, that's a whole year. She was lost, and not even 2 weeks later, psychic bullcrap, get lost. It was still funny though, Hot Wasabi. You got to admit that, bare minimum. Her feet never left the ground. But to be fair to Chantel, I don't think it's possible for her feet to actually leave the ground unless she falls over, like she seems to do quite often. Thimble Fox, it is what it is. Look at this thing, would you? Is this like the same thing that you see on My 600 Pound Life that people take and put toilet paper in there? So okay, let me get this straight. I'm trying to figure it out, right? So you take your water toilet paper and you stick it in there and you clamp it, right? And then you take this and you reach it back and you wipe your butt with it. Is that how it works? Is this the kind of grabber that the biggies use to wipe their butts with if they need assistance? How does that work? I would give you a demonstration, but I just don't think I should. You know, especially with everything that's going on with YouTube and how strict they're getting and everything. I don't think that YouTube would like for me to demonstrate how the death fats use a grabber to wipe their ass. the wipe stick is more curved? Is it more expensive though? That's the question, MC. These are what the cheap death fats use, I believe. You know what I mean? It's a different one. I don't know how it would work neither. Okay. I don't know how it would work either. Okay, we're going to skip up some. We're actually going to skip through a lot of this because I want to make sure I get to certain parts of her stream. So she was live twice, I believe, on TikTok for almost a total of 4 hours, maybe longer. I lost count. I really did. To be quite honest, all I can tell you is that it was a lot. And then she was on the TikTok too. They use a washcloth and a counter. That is true.
Your tongue is a powerful weapon. You think it's just words. No, words hurt people. I didn't get it till now. All right.
Where's the affiliate link?
Any coffee? No, I came online and then the Maghrib came up. Sorry. Well, I'm not sorry because, you know. Sorry, peeps, but God comes before y'all. Okay. I have a clean pot. Proof.
Anybody in chat confirm that Foodie ordered out food takeout yesterday? And I'm pretty sure from what I seen on Twitter, it was not once but twice that she ordered out food. So she's still spending whatever money she's got left on takeout deliveries. Knowing on the 21st, she's not going to get a YouTube check. That's wild.
All right, so I want to know if I'm the asshole. I'm not talking about, I think it's wrong to reveal secrets or talk about your relationship, bash your husband. I'm not going to do that. But what I want to do, because I'm going crazy, is tell you why I've blocked him out of my life for good, forever, okay?
Oh, you've blocked him out of your, you all have been getting a divorce since like October. The fact that you're still acting like you're entertaining Salah and divorced, still married, all of that shit at this point we should have this shit wrapped up. I'm blocking me out of my life for good. It's over for sure now.
And
I mean, I feel like when it's over with Salah for sure, and there is no more Salah, not only will all of his social media links be deleted off of her social media, but the meltdown when that time comes will be epic. Then this is not giving that. She's full of shit.
he's leading me on. You're going to think, duh. No, I didn't get it till now. And I don't want bashing of him in the chat. Just listen to what I have to say, okay? So,
Hold on. Stop right there. And I also want to remind you guys, is what she's saying believable? Yes, it is. But Salah is also in on the grift. He doesn't like to be talked about. He doesn't like certain things to be said about him. And she's very careful how she presents this story, okay? So I could very well see these two trying to figure out how they're going to get monetization, how they're going to get kick money, how they're going to get any kind of money. They know that the community loves drama. What is the last time that got Chantel a significant amount of money? It was Chantel telling her chat that her and Salah were getting a divorce. Hey, Manning. That is how she was able to get a ton of money from her community. They're both aware of that. So using the me and Salah are done situation, come pay for a paying membership on my Kick channel. I'm just not believing if this fight that she's talking about is legit. I don't know, man. I'm questioning that. Elaine says she was stuffing lettuce wraps down her throat. I'm dead. Gross. Elaine, thank you for the support, hun. If she starts admitting she paid for his lifestyle, I'll believe it's really over. Exactly. Just like this.
you think your life will be so much better struggling here with 500 kids and no money. Okay, good luck.
When she starts saying stuff like that, you can believe that they're either in a real fight or they're actually over. Not until then. Jordy says, hearing her false pray made me want to, Jordy, I didn't even see it, but I believe it. Thank you for being a member for 20 months, son. So keep that in mind as she's going through and she's telling this story. Don't always believe, obviously, the things that are coming out of Chantel's mouth, even when she's talking about being mad at Salah. She needs people to pay for subscriptions over on Kick. Being mad at Salah and getting a divorce from Salah the last time is what paid her the most in the grift.
And he is my husband because we're still married. technically. If you don't file for divorce, you're still married. All right? So we would fight. He did unblock me to give me more shit about the situation, which I shouldn't have let him gaslight me on that in the first place. But he was saying, oh, you know, that's nothing wrong and you acted out of sorts. Okay, fine. I shouldn't have, you know, blasted you. All this shit, whatever. I was wrong. And no matter what, you should hold your tongue. Your tongue is a powerful weapon. You think it's just words. No, words hurt people. Okay? And words words are powerful. We've been talking, and then he tells me, I think yesterday or the day before, like basically we had an agreement, okay? I'll tell you what our agreement was. Hi, Teardrop. Hi, everybody.
I don't think that she ever said what the agreement was. Honestly, I was listening and I fell asleep during this part and I kept waiting and waiting and waiting. The thing when Chantel comes and she starts storytelling or whatever, she gets distracted. She starts reading chat. She forgets what she was talking about. And then she never finishes her thought. So I don't know that she ever even said what the agreement was. Chantel's mouth is a biohazard weapon. Yeah.
No. Listen, yeah, we've been doing it off and on. Like you block.
Is she down too low? Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna boost her up a little bit. I hope it ain't too loud.
Unblocking, blah, blah, blah. Because we don't understand each other. Like, I don't understand. Anytime I want to talk about my feelings about something he does to me, he's like, leave me alone. Don't talk to me. I'm sick. I don't want drama. Okay, that's a red flag for me. I realize that now.
Nobody wants to hear about your feelings, Foodie. Nobody wants to hear about your feelings, okay? The only thing you're feeling probably more than likely is numbness. And I actually mean physically you're numb. All your limbs, your body parts are more than likely numb. They're tingling.
Number two, like,
number two, like, you know, Midwest. Thank you so much for gifting 5 the YouTube Underground memberships. Let's see. Truth Seeker Knows, the DOG, Sonia, Lisa Raven, and Laffy Taffy. Welcome, new members. A word from our sponsor, The Pickle.
In the face of adversity, your courage shines bright.
That's right. That's a great message. And Midwest, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Juicy lungs and obese liver. Very true. Working and lurking. Hell yeah, girl. I hear that. Salty Blonde says someone got her to show the spare room. Okay, yeah. So I got tagged on Twitter. And I can't remember who was. I think it was Egg on Legs tagged me on Twitter. And they were like, yeah, but she showed the spare room and it's not as bad as we thought it was going to be. I was like, fuck. Damn it. Damn her. We thought it was going to be full of boxes and cat litter and cat shit everywhere. Damn you, Chantel. Yeah, for real, Fondue. Salty Blonde, thank you for the support, hon. I heard a little bit about Tracy and Teardrop. They're both attention-seeking weirdos. Primal says her words are very telling. She will never be successful in love relationships because she doesn't understand the number one rule. Men don't like drama. Well, to be fair, Primal, the men that she gets with, they absolutely, they don't just like drama, bro. They like bitch drama. Salal loves bitch drama, and so did Dishwasher. And that, honestly, when you're talking about, again, bitch drama, red flag. Thank you for the support. Let's end the poll. Will Frenchie or her avatar show up on the Low Cal Live podcast? 86% say Frenchie's avatar and 14% think that Frenchie will actually be on cam. What, bro? 14% think that Frenchie will have the cojones to cam up. X to doubt, but we'll see. I'm here for it for sure. Back to you, Chantel.
The whole point was I was going to work on myself. Okay, what about you? You're not perfect either. So why do I have to change all these things? I have to change things for the better for myself. I agreed on that with him. I saw that as a caring thing from him. Not as a like, I'll only be interested in you if you change this. Fine. Well, I'll only be interested in you for certain things too. And you know what? I took that advice. I'm working through.
You all really think somebody was in our chat yesterday. Their name, I think it might have been one of our people. Was it you, Ashley? It was like Ashley84 or something. Anyways, they said to Chantel, bitch, I was dying. They were like, you can have any man that you want, Chantel. But does she really truly believe that these, I hate to be like that, but you got to be in touch with some kind of reality. It's just the truth of the matter. You cannot honestly believe, Foodie, that men in general are going to be attracted to you. There's no way that you can actually believe that. Do you really honestly deep down think that Salah is attracted to you? There's no way, and I don't like saying this kind of thing, but it is what it is. There's no way that he's not just grossed out by everything about you. I'll go live same day if she cams up. I think a lot of people for sure would. Lala says she performed prayer before bashing the souvenir. Unbelievable. What a sicko. Thank you for the support, hon. The whole point of this was to work on ourselves. I thought the whole point was you were divorcing so you can be free. Exactly, Hot Wasabi. None of this makes sense. Not even Peter would bend her over, and he actually likes her. It's so true. But anyways.
To better my situation. And you know what? I might even outgrow him at this point. Because I'll tell you something. I don't like gaslighting from anybody. I don't like making my feelings be invalid, okay? So he's unblocked me. We've been talking. Not super romantic, but I'm confused because he would send me old pictures of him and me.
Not super romantic. Foodie. He's a romance scammer. Not super romantic, but he's been sending us pictures of us together from back in the day. Yeah, bitch. In case you'll get remonetized somewhere, whether it be on Kick or TikTok, he'll take whatever. Hey, even if you end up in a Canadian disability check recipient line, he will take a piece of that. So if all he has to do is send pictures of you and him that he has from 3 years ago, well, then by golly, George, he's going to do it. And you're like, yeah, he's just, he's not being like super romantic, just a little romantic. Are you really this dumb at 40 something years old? Are you really this dumb? That's crazy. Can we see your hair again? Can we see what your hair looks? Can we see like the 5 strands, please? Because I've been hearing through the grapevine that you've been telling people that the oils and everything that you're using on your head is actually working. So let me get this straight, Chantel. Let me get this straight. You are, hey, Freya. Glad you can roll your 600-pound self up out of bed and join us today. Anyways, you're trying to regrow your hair. And I think we all can admit as a community that, and even I think you have said it, that the hijabs hey, Chubby Bear, did you no favors as far as like hair loss is concerned? You were already losing hair. That is true. Like it was absolutely on its way out. But I think the hijab definitely sped up that process. So if you're trying to perform a miracle, why are you using these hair oils or whatever to make your hair grow back in, and you're putting the hijab back on your head? I'm just trying to make sense of all of that, because according to you and some other people, that definitely didn't help the hair loss situation. So why are you doing it again? I mean, I know why. It definitely has nothing to do with religion. Because you don't want to come online and show your 5 strands. And this is the only way that you get any kind of self-esteem is if you cover up your chins and your bald head. Hey, big titty, pretty bitch 24. Foodie says, wanted to go on this trip because he was getting something out of it. What was he getting out of it? She can't share her YouTube profits. Exactly. The whole trip situation makes absolutely no sense. Hey, Jay, welcome to the shit show. The whole trip makes no sense. Where is the money coming from to pay for the trip? Number one. Okay. Again, even if she does get remonetized, it's going to take her forever just to get back on her feet from not having a paying platform. So how are they planning this travel? If you think for a second that Salah is digging into his money that he saved from Chantel to pay for anything, you got another thing coming. You got another thing coming for sure. I think the trip was so she can give him cash to bring back to Syria, probably. Big titty, pretty bitch, thank you for the support, hon.
And then here, are you guys there? Say yes, because
I can't.
I'm here. Okay. We're online again? Okay, what did you last hear? Like, what did you last hear? So then, he told me he wants to go to take me to Malaysia. He wants to go to Malaysia now. Okay. And
Okay, so let me just make sure we're all following along, okay? Exactly what happened yesterday. They unblocked each other, he unblocked her. They're talking again, somewhat romantically, but not a whole lot. And Salah wants to take, according to Foodie Beauty here, his woman, the love of his life, that little hot thing, Chantel, to Malaysia, and he's willing to pay for it, don't you know?
I'm like, okay, cool. Thinking it's like a romantic thing, you know?
And I think it's like a romantic thing, you know? Salah's offering to pay for me to go to Malaysia. Absolutely. Sign me up.
Because again, I'm confused. Like, why send old pictures of me and you and, you know, all this stuff? So anyway, he's like, today.
Big Bertha Jean says, super late, sickness in the house. Where is FFG going to be? And I voted no, Cam, because fat. I think Lindsay kind of gave it away, Big Bertha, but according to Yo Mama on the Locale podcast, whichever one he's on, I don't know, I don't follow. He's supposed to be interviewing Frenchie, but then Lindsay came in chat and rained on our parade and said he's more than likely going to dress up like Frenchie and interview himself, which really sucks. But we'll see. Again, guns crossed, ladies, that we actually get a French Fry Girl interview over there with Yo Mama. I would be here for that all day. And I hope you guys get better. And thank you for the support, hun. Mrs. Fluffy Bottom says, hold on a second. I lost it. Damn it. I voted she will not because of FFG, not because of FFG, but because Keem knows what makes more money. FFG will always be just a bully keyboard warrior. That is facts, Mrs. Fluffy Bottom. And thank you so much for the support. Big facts. Just a keyboard warrior over there gutting on her keyboard. Shameful. Mignette said, did anyone else notice she put the hijab back on 100% the day after dishwasher's accusations came out? Ooh, it's because dishwasher shaved her. You think he shaved her head? You think she's balder than bald? Mignette, I never really considered that. Chantel, take it off. No, she's not. I think I've seen hair sticking out. No, I'm almost positive I see. That's a good theory, but I'm pretty sure I've seen some hair poking out. And if it wasn't for that, I'd be totally with you. Linda, thank you so much for gifting the YouTube Underground membership. Who got it? Farmhouse, welcome, new member. No, I don't think she's bald, bro. I'm almost positive I've seen some hair sticking out. Yeah, Crump even says she has hair. Yeah, she's had hair slips. We'll be watching out though. We know that dishwasher is dying to get his hands on Chantel's head so he can give her the fade that she deserves.
Today he's like sending me hotels and stuff like that to look at. I'm like, nice, we're talking. Everything's fine. And then I said, it'll be good to see you again. And then he took a moment to reply, and he replied, yes, business partner, LOL.
I don't believe any of it. I honestly don't believe this story. I don't. Okay, here's what I think. There's a few different scenarios that I think could be happening here. Number one, Salah might not have even unblocked Chantel. Okay, that is a possibility. Number two, they're in on this shit together. I feel like it's either or. You can tell the way that she's thinking before she speaks. She's coming up with this on the spot. Like she had an idea of what she was going to say going into it, but she's making it up as she goes along. You can literally watch her in real time. I'm going to listen. With these people, Mignette, as crazy as that theory is, it's definitely a possibility. I'll give you that. It's absolutely a possibility because here's the thing. The hair that I seen sticking out from underneath her hijab definitely looked thicker than what I know that she has on that hair. Okay. So it's definitely a possibility. I'll give you that. And thank you for the support, hon. You lost monetization and the business trip was off. And in chat, Salah didn't even know about the Malaysia trip. All lies. Let me tap it back. Just watch how she tells this bullshit story.
Anyway, he's like, today he's like sending me hotels and stuff like that to look at. I'm like, nice, we're talking. Everything's fine.
Right.
And then I said, it'll be good to see you again. And then he took a moment to reply, and he replied, yes, business partner, LOL. It's not on?
Yes, Crump.
Okay. So then he's like, so that hurt me. Like, I actually like started crying because I realized I'm like, it's done. This guy is just not getting it. Like, that's, yeah.
So you're telling me that you've caught this man cheating on you several times, okay? Him talking to another woman about having kids and how much her paycheck is, and you've seen his phone. You've seen pictures of him out with other women while you were at home sick in bed. That wasn't enough to tell you that that man doesn't love you, but him telling you, yes, business partner, when you two are divorced, living in two totally different countries, talking about meeting up in Malaysia, all related to business. This is what tells you that this situation and this relationship is over now. It's bullshit. You're so full of it, Chantel, and you're a really bad liar.
Yeah. So I was like, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to set my boundaries right now and let you know, like,
Oh, now you're going to set your boundaries. Now that he called you a business partner after the divorce, you're going to set your boundaries. Not when you found out that stuff about Cabela, not when you found those pictures of him and his phone with that other woman, but when he called you a business partner, it's time for you to set your boundaries. Right. All right. Sounds believable.
so I told him how I feel. I'm like, is that all I am?
I told him how I felt. I told him about my feelings. Nobody cares.
You a business partner? Like, what do you mean business partner? Because we were going to do vlogs there.
Pause. That part right there. You're not even monetized on any YouTube platform. And you are telling me that you and Salah are meeting up in Malaysia for a business trip, and the business that you two are discussing is doing couple vlogs for your YouTube channel in Malaysia. That's all you could think of. That literally was all you could come up with to get people to sign up and pay $5 to join your Kick membership, and to promise that you weren't going to block them as long as they weren't racist in your chat. Oh my God. Hey, Lilu, so obnoxious when she does that fake performative BS. I know, and it's absolutely fake. I'm 100% convinced that none of this is true. None of it. It's all made up drama, and not even good drama. This is not even good drama. And you know why she won't do good drama? You want to know why? Because then if she really gets good and starts accusing Salah, because that shit is true. And she knows it. So she's only willing to go so far with this fake bullshit drama. Womp womp. Thank you for being a member, hun. Jamie, thank you so much for joining the pores. I appreciate you. Welcome. Yeah, nice try, cutie. Hello, Wicked Crafter. Listen. Excuses only satisfy the giver. It's all bullshit. Again, it's just trying to create something to give to people. And you know who she's trying to give something to, though? Who is she trying to tap into with this bullshit story? Us, the hater community. Do you think this is a content that she wants to deliver to her own people to get the 5, 6, 7 people that are willing to watch her lay there and read Teardrop's comments? No, she wants to stir up drama to bring Girl World over there. So they'll get memberships and they'll come back and they'll listen to her being mad at Salah. It's definitely not for her own people. It's pathetic. Wickrafter, thank you for the support, hun. Sassy Cat says she has had sprigs of hair, and I believe this story. I believe they've been tired of each other for a long time. She is ready for a big cupcake, and the cupcake top is too far away. I don't know, man. I don't know. For me personally, I don't believe it. I call it bullshit. I call DuckTales. But you know, you make a good case there, so you could be right. But I say bullshit. Thank you for the support, hun. She's on a fine line of drama lies. Exactly. Hello, she who shits herself. The same way she would never mock dishwashers' teeth until they were really done. She doesn't say Salah is a broke bitch unless she is truly angry. Bitch, that. Like, this is so important, okay? When Foodie is really done with Salah, she's going to humiliate him. That's just such a great point, she who shits herself. And this is, again, why I lean towards it's bullshit. It's the same with dishwasher. There were places that Foodie, no matter if dishwasher was humiliating her, like with her undies and stuff like that, she wasn't willing to go because she knew that would be it. If you mention the dishwasher's teeth because he's so insecure about his jacked up grill that he would cut you off. So she never would say shit about his teeth until she knew it was over. And yes, it's the equivalent of not saying anything about Salah being broke. It's the same level. And that shit is so funny. When you hear Foodie willing to come on here and talk about how poor and broke Salah is and was, then you can say they're done, bitch. Okay? Because she's not willing to go there. Because she knows that's if you go there, Salah's pulling the plug and he's walking away. Okay. Below the belt, he's not going to accept that from you. So as soon as you go there, you know it's over. I love that. She shits herself. Thank you for the support. And thank you for pointing that shit out. Lights Out says, Yaba got me out here buying a heated house coat. Girl, listen, I had that heated house coat on the entire time I was live yesterday. And by the time we were done, my butt was so hot. I swear. They work good though. I don't know. They kind of get annoying or whatever, but I guess if you're going to like sit in a recliner or something and just be bundled up in it, they're worth it for sure. But you ain't going very far in them damn things. Enjoy your heated house coat. Thank you for the support. Yeah, heated house coat, Kelly's Bathroom Studio. They had somebody had recommended it like in a post on Facebook or something for people to get after weight loss surgery, for pain and things like that. I had never used it until yesterday, and I was telling people I was sitting there with my heated house coat. Yeah. The hoe don't bash him in her Beezer's chat shows she still wants to go back to him. Exactly. Now, but we can also look at what she's doing on TikTok. So that is, and her obviously having these conversation and flirting publicly with men. So isn't it weird for her to sit here and talk about how jealous of a guy Salah is, right? So much so that she wants us to believe that Salah tinted his windows because he was so jealous of other men looking at his pic. Okay. But if that was the case, here's what she's willing to do. And this lets you know what it's all about for Salah. His reputation, getting money from Chantel, that's the only goals. Does he see other men as threats? Sure, because he knows there's certain men out there that's looking for the same thing as he is. And believe it, and I've always said this from the absolute beginning, that for somebody like Salah, Chantel is a prize. She is somebody that somebody like Salah is going to want to keep around, okay? Very easy to satisfy. More than likely, don't even have to do the deed with her, okay? Pretend like in front of people that you really actually care about her, and she will empty her bank account right into yours. So if you are a romance scammer, Foodie Beauty, in my opinion, is a hit. So when the jealousy, if he does get jealous of other men, it's because he doesn't want another romance scammer to come in and swoop up his prized possession. But that whole Salah tinted his windows because he was so jealous of other men looking at her, you got to wonder if she actually believes that. You know what I mean? He couldn't see the road in the dark. That's how dark he got the windows tinted. It's true. I can't see the roads in the dark neither. I got to roll my shit down, bitch. It's kind of embarrassing. Whatever.
And I'm like, I'm not your business partner. I'm someone you spent 3 years of your life with.
I spent 3 years of my life with you, romance scammer.
And I listened.
You guys imagine, right? Like, you think of all the mistakes you made for like the older people in chat in your 20s and your 30s, and not everybody, but a lot of people. And you're like, damn, bitch, I wasted all this time of my life. But to be 41 years old or 40 years old, however old you are, Chantel, talking about wasting 3 years of your life with a romance scammer, hello, Paul, is wild work. It's wild work.
Listed like all these personal things I did for him, all these things he did for me, and then he just doesn't answer me. Oh, he replied. He quoted he quoted himself saying "LOL," and he's like, "You missed this part." I was like, okay, if you feel the same way as me, it will be. I want you. This is the ultimatum, because then I'm moving on for my own mental health and my own heart. Do you love me still? Yes or no? Very fucking easy to answer. If it's, you know what I'm saying? It's not hard. You type.
Oh my God.
And then
that scared the shit out of me. Do you love me still? Check yes or no, Salah.
I feel like this is a sign I shouldn't be talking about this. Too bad. I'm allowed to, like, you know. So if you what was I saying? Do you love me, yes or no?
I got about 20 underneath my belt too, loosey goosey. So I totally feel that. But I mean, with a romance scammer, 3 years with a romance scammer is crazy. And here's the thing. She didn't learn anything from that. She didn't learn anything from that situation. Hey, Trash and Champagne. She's actually actively trying to do it again. Because like I said, do I believe that she's trying to make Salah jealous with these TikTok battles with these other men? Sure, absolutely. But if one of these dudes would be willing to entertain her, she's all in. And the only dudes that are willing to entertain Chantel, unless they look like S-Jam or worse, are going to be romance scammers. So she learned nothing from that situation, from that 3 years with romance scammer number one. I don't know if you would necessarily call Dishwasher a romance scammer, because I don't feel like he was. He was just somebody who's willing to, you know, to touch anything, anybody, doesn't matter, as long as, you know, he can get something out of it. I wouldn't necessarily call him a romance scammer. He doesn't have the it factor to be the romance scammer, but I could be wrong about that.
Is this a romantic trip, yes or no? And then he replied,
"This is a romantic trip, yes or no? This is a romantic trip. You're doing content for a couple's channel. So if you all were both going into this situation, or at least Salah, according to you, was going into this situation as a business agreement, how do you have a business agreement uploading content to a couple's channel? A couple's channel means that you two are a couple. I think Dishwasher actually liked her. I don't just think that he actually liked her, Spoonie. I think he still does. I think he misses that old thing. Okay. And I don't even want to say it because you all are going to have so much to say. You're going to be like, blah, blah, blah. I have changed my opinion on, hey, Baked Korean, long time no see. Okay, I'm not completely solid on this, okay? But I'm leaning present day more to it didn't happen. And I'm come to that conclusion because he didn't provide me with just flat out evidence. You know what I mean? And you're like, I can't believe you, Yaba, you know, blah, 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 blah. Well, I'm just saying that's where I feel. I don't think it happened. I think it only didn't happen because I don't know. I think she would, but she's also nervous. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, a very small percentage of me actually thinks that happened. So I'm not saying that I'm completely canceling it out, but I am leaning more towards that meetup, that bump and grind between Dishwasher and Foodie did not happen. But I do think that Dishwasher is obsessed with Chantel, and I think that Dishwasher wants that old thing back. Absolutely. That was the most attention. Dishwasher is a lot like Salah in different ways as far as like attention and stuff is concerned. He would love to be a part of this community again. He never had so much attention in his entire life. And not only was he getting attention just by creating a channel and stuff like that and having people watch him cook, even though it's hate watching for the most part, he had women from this community actually sending him messages and wanting to hook up. It's weird. And money, also money. But I'm not completely saying it didn't happen, but I'm leaning more towards it didn't happen just because he didn't provide solid evidence that I feel like if you could record Foodie, you know, hitting it from the back, well, then you should have been able to get a picture of BG and whatever in her house, you know? I love being wrong about Nodder. Yeah, it's true. I live for the public humiliation, Black Ops. Miss T says, I hope all you crazy bitches are chill today. All of you, mind yourselves. You were out of control yesterday. I'm pretty sure you were on that list too, Miss T. Don't come in here trying to act innocent. I am late. Damn adulting. Good to see you, hon. And thank you for the support. Oh, you want to do one on whether or not people believe this story right here? If her and Salah actually got into a disagreement and an argument because of the business trip? Absolutely. Sure. Let's see. The more she denies it, the less I believe her. Me thanks the lady. Protest too much. I don't know. I'm probably wrong, but and again, I just feel like obviously I do think that Chantel would do it in a drop of a dime, but I also think that Dishwasher would be able to provide more than what he's given. I don't think that's enough for me. I don't know. Fake Korean says, I believe FFG built the cat tree. Sassy Cat, thank you for the support, hon.
Please, Chantal, leave me alone. You got it. You got it. Hullis, I'm leaving you alone.
Hullis.
You think that I'm going to go on a trip for what with you? I could go by myself and find a man who will appreciate me in life and treat me well and not disregard my feelings and not cheat on me and gaslight me and deflect. So, Hullis, done. Bye. You want me to leave you?
I just disagree. I'm at that point in my life where Foodie, I don't think that you could find a man that actually gives a shit about you. I just don't. I don't. The only kind of men that you're going to be willing to get at this point in your life because you've let yourself get to this point are men that want to use you for your YouTube coin, and you ain't got that no more, girl. So good luck.
You alone? I will leave you alone. No problem. You'll always get what you want. So.
She who shits herself says, did you see going on and on about how Salah is all over her when he is sleeping? Oh my God, gross. FFG wants to nosedive cigarette first into Chantel's punani.
Blocked him on everything. I guess you're going to go talk shit about me online? Our relationship was already public. And no, I'm not talking shit about you. I'm telling my feelings. And, you know, I'm venting.
Right, Miss T.
So, it's done. Yep. No, because if I unblock him, nothing changes. He only wants you on his time.
I mean, it's not just because Chantel is severely morbidly obese. It's not just because she's very unfortunate looking. It's because she has a very bad personality. Like when you're talking about dating wise, I mean, yes, she's funny to laugh at. She has the mindset of a child, and she has severe out of control type 2 bad hygiene. Like, we know how bad her hygiene is. Nobody, man or woman, is going to want to be around somebody like that.
There you go. Only when it's convenient for him. When he's not busy working on his business. When he doesn't update me on anything over there. I don't know what he's doing over there. He's saying your brain is this. He says your brain is this small. You think I'm thinking about women? Well, I don't know.
And also, let me point out that even if Foodie was to be able to score a man who's somewhat successful, and by successful for Chantel, I just mean some dude with a 9-to-5 job. A dude that gets up and goes to work every day, pays his bills, takes care of his responsibilities as a man. She would not be interested in a man like that who actually leaves the house and goes to work because she's such an insecure person. She would drive herself insane thinking about what that dude was doing all day while he's at work making money so he can pay his bills and take care of his responsibilities. She won't have a man like that. Even if she could get a man who had a job and took care of himself, she is so insecure, she wouldn't be able to handle a relationship like that. She needs a man who needs her for money. If a man doesn't need her for money, she's not interested. Chantel's shower is so clean, she never uses it, and that's sad.
How would I know? You don't update me on anything. I'm not even thinking about, like, just think, like, just enough. Because this is holding back my progress. This is keeping me, my heart.
Are you really honestly out here acting like you've made progress when it comes to anything?
Stuck. This is making me emotionally unstable. Like, I'm, like, I don't like that feeling. And I don't like it, especially when I'm not getting anything in return. I mean, a trip to Malaysia, but what, because you get something out of it. Not because you sincerely want to spend time with me. But there are people.
See, right here, this is why I don't believe any of this, because she's lying right now. She wants people to believe. So when she says stuff like this, people, listen, you got to take this shit serious. You got to take it for what it is. She's still defending Salah at this moment. She is actually going to her platform and lying about him financially being in a position to pay for a trip to Malaysia. That's not true. She knows that's not true. She knows that he doesn't have a dime. And if he did, he would never pay for a trip for Chantel. He might pay for a trip for somebody who looks like the women we've seen Salah with in the red room, or somebody who looks like Habella. He's not going to pay for a trip for Chantel to go to Malaysia. So right now, she's still lying to the audience, wanting them to believe that, number one, Salah is financially capable of taking her to a trip to Malaysia. And number two, that he would actually take her. So all of this is basically, even right here, is still defending Salah to make him look like he is financially capable of doing, because he loves that. He loves the internet to think that he is financially successful. So when you hear her say this, she's actually gassing him up. They're still talking. This is all bullshit. None of this is real. She knows that he did not offer to take her on a trip to Malaysia. Remember when he called her out when she got real mad and upset? I think that's why she broke down and she said what she said to him and that girl in her chat, is because she was humiliated because Salah came in there and said, "What trip? Like, basically, what are you talking about? Nobody said we were going to Malaysia. I got to work,
People who will want to sincerely spend time with me. So, does it hurt? Yeah.
Salah and Chantel are so much alike. Salah wants people to think that he's financially successful, and Chantel wants people to think that men desire her.
Do I want to unblock him? Yeah.
Either one of these losers would put a little effort into their life, they might be able to make that shit come true. I mean, they're both so far gone, probably not, but they could at least try.
But no, actually I don't, because nothing will change. This will just keep happening and happening and happening. He thinks I'm his enemy for some reason. Excuse me? Because I have feelings that you are not mature enough as a man to discuss maturity? Any relationship you're going to be in? No, there are women who will put up with that. They'll just, and that's what he wants. He wants an obedient.
Little birdie, what are you talking about? Are you talking about the red room? I mean, we never got to see the woman's face completely, but you could tell from the woman that she was somewhat attractive. At least I got that the woman was attractive from what I got to see from that video or that photo. Mia says, strange that she wears this shirt after the fight with Salah, but how can it be the shirt from that video if it wasn't her? I think Salah blocked her and she's trying to get him to unblock her. I could also see that. And by her saying these things, is in his defense, even though she's talking shit, she's still saying what he likes to hear, which is that he has money to pay for a trip. He's paying for their trip. He takes care of them. He loves hearing shit like that. He's a freak. Mia, thank you for being a member, hun. Oh, I think he's already unblocked her.
Wife, probably. I don't know. Sorry. If you want obedience from a woman and you want respect, you need to give it too. So
Seattle Sapphire says he's not paying for 3 airplane seats to Malaysia. Exactly, Seattle. And thank you for the support, hun. When Chantel first got with him, he was not unattractive. We were all surprised because he was way too hot for Chantel. I agree. He could have pulled someone decent as long as he didn't talk. So true.
And most people are not mature enough to be in relationships. And that's why there's so many fights, toxicity and all this and that, because it takes a lot of emotional maturity to deal with relationship problems. And for him, when I bring him a problem and I talk about my feelings, he dismisses it, pushes it away, dismisses it as drama, dismisses my feelings, and just wants to keep on getting away with what he gets away with. How would you like it? How would he like it if you went onto his channel and robbed his beloved mod of their wrench to the outrage of so many of his fans? Yeah. Welcome to Lawn Helper. No, he doesn't ask me for money. That's true. He's doing pretty good over there.
See, these are things. Highlight. If you were sitting down with the transcript, which is what I don't think that Kick has transcripts. I wish they did. Or maybe I haven't been through the options. I don't see transcripts. But anyways, if you were to print these transcripts out and you were going over, we're crazy like that, right? With a highlighter, these are things that you would highlight. This is very important. Listen to what she just said. She's still defending him. It's just like she who shits herself said, okay? Until she's ready to talk about the sore spot with Salah, which is the finance, just like it was dishwasher's teeth, they're still talking, or she's at least hoping they still get to talk. Shell says, did you see the picture of Amber with the fan at bingo? Bitch, no. The only thing I've seen of Amber is her wearing the pig nose on the low-cal thing. I haven't seen her with the fan, though. That's pretty funny. I can't believe that she's going to bingo and ain't got a job. That's crazy. Whatever. Michelle, thank you for the support. I tagged Keem on Twitter and I said, listen, if you insist that you're going to have French Fry Girl on your shows or whatever, make her wear the pig nose. If she's that desperate that she's willing to come on your shows and go on camera, make her wear the pig nose. I want to see girl in the pig nose. Art says, I think she was always supposed to pay for the trip. He just wanted her wallet, just not the ham wallet. Art, agree. There is no other option. Who's huge? Fondue. You gotta be specific when you're saying she's huge. Like, which motherfucker are you saying is huge? Whenever we're talking about Salah and Chantel doing anything, Foodie will always be the one who finances whatever the situation may be. If Salah bought a car, she bought the car. It wasn't an Olive Garden or somebody left him an inheritance. No, it is Foodie or her audience funded whatever we're talking about. Nothing else. No inheritance, no all of this, no all of that. No, he's got a job. He's selling perfumes. Everything since these two have been associated with each other financially, Foodie is behind. Every single bit of it. There is no when I was in Kuwait, I paid $20,000 of debt. Okay, you did? Prove it. Prove it. You came online that one time and you showed that receipt. So show us all the receipts where you paid $20,000 of debt while Salah financed your life in the Middle East, because you can't. You never will, because you can't. Never happen. Art, thank you for the support. Amber is feeling herself on the bus. She's rewritten history and swinging her gut around. I'm the boss. I bet she is. Oh, Amber, you sent me the fan pic on Twitter. I'll pull it up. Foodie and Beauty Frozen Diarrhea says Foodie and Beauty was in her chat She thought it was me, I'm sure. Oh yeah, for sure. No doubt. Thank you for the support, honey. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Oh man. She looks all smushed together. I mean, in my opinion, here, I'll show you guys. I didn't even gotta take a screenshot. Give me just a second. Yeah. I mean, this is to be expected, right? I'm not really shocked by it. She's big. And if anything, she's getting bigger because she's still obviously with Emily. But to be fair, I still think that Quirky's got her beat. I don't care until Quirky goes to a doctor and she steps on a scale. In my opinion, she's bigger than Amber Lynn, because what I'm seeing on my screen, that's what it looks like. So yeah, the legs are crazy. I don't know how the legs are supporting that. I really don't. Maybe you should work on that, or don't. Big Bertha says she looks 10 times crazier talking to the side like this. I feel like I'm still in a fever dream. She's talking to the side because she can't make eye contact with the camera. because she's making this shit up as she goes along. That's the thing. She's making it up as she goes along. No, Art, Quirky is taller than ALR. Like, I think by a lot. How tall is what's her name, Rosie? I'm curious. Hold on, let me get this pulled back up. Her side profile, though. Quirky is the tallest one. I think, no, Quirky's like 5'6", 5'7". She's not 5'3". She's bigger. Yeah, like that's the thing about Quirky. Looking at how big she is and knowing that she's that tall is crazy. That's really crazy. She's big. She can never cock her ass straight when she's lying. That's true. Bertha, thank you for the support, hon.
So.
Humongous.
Alimony. Oh.
Yes, Font.
He can't expect you to have 100% sabr for him while he only gives you 20% sabr. Exactly. Always stand your ground. Yes, I'm not. One thing I've learned in life, I'm still learning. It's hard, but boundaries are important. Boundaries are so important because
boundaries are so important, guys. Boundaries are important. Says the woman who found this same man who she's talking about right now, talking to one of her community members in a very sexual way. We won't get into details. You know the story. And then went through that same man's phone and found pictures of him with another woman. Where were the boundaries at that time, Chantel? Where you draw the line is when he calls you a business partner after the divorce. Right.
If you don't have boundaries and the more you make yourself accessible to people like that and let people disrespect you like that over and over and over, they're just going to keep doing it. No matter, like there is a such thing as being too.
It is clown shit, Fondue. It's absolutely clown shit. And let me also remind you that Foodie, before she told this entire story, is still referring to Salah as her husband. That divorce she is going to hang on to until the bitter effing end. She's never going to admit or say the words that me and Salah are actually divorced. She is still claiming that they are married. That's also very telling.
Kind, and you can be too kind when being kind to others means you're no longer kind to yourself, and that's what's happening in this situation. I'm not letting his weird lead-ons and cryptic messages and crumbs, control my emotions anymore. It's not happening. No, he doesn't, Witchy. Hey, Trixie. Oh, by the way, sometimes Kik has an auto mod and they delete things for no reason. It'll only get worse. No, he never had access. He doesn't have access to.
Snarky says, not sure if you saw, I uploaded a minute video of her admitting to TikTok teens that Sally likes. What? I have no idea what you're talking about. Did you see her leave the apartment and go outside and then go back in and sit on the foyer sofa? I still can't get over it. I seen it on Twitter. Crazy.
It's my bank or anything. No, he doesn't. But he definitely, I'm definitely, and that's not just with him. That's with any man that's going to be in my life. That's with any man that's going to be in my life. And yes, I'm going to battle men on TikTok because I'm sorry, but we're business partners, right? As you say. So why the hell can't I? I told him I was going to go on TikTok and he was like, you don't need to battle men. Why not? Another mixed signal. Why not? Why not? Why the hell not? You don't want me, so why not?
Could you imagine going in your lobby of your apartment building and laying down and looking at the phone and live streaming? I don't know how she does it, bro.
Doesn't make any sense. You want your cake and you want to eat it too. Well, that ain't gonna happen, buddy. So
I'm not understanding the teenager talk. I don't really get what happened. That's the first I've heard of it. You were embarrassed for a butter crumpet?
Unless he professes his undying love to me, somehow matures and says, I'm sorry for my part too. Unless a lot of things change, nothing's gonna happen. Not bad. Yeah. What brother? Yeah. Hey, Glitter Queen. Exactly. Doesn't want me, but still has that jealous, you know? Well, too freaking bad for you, buddy. I haven't had coffee in a hot minute. Whew. He's not mod. He doesn't even come in here. He uses it to hurt you, yeah. Yeah. No, he didn't threaten to talk shit about me. There's nothing to talk about. He did more wrong to me than I did to him in this relationship. What would there be to say? Why they're not maids? They're not slaves. They're people with feelings.
Snarky says, go look at it. She was battling and a bunch of teens popped up. I'm not, no, ma'am. One of them asked about our hubby's poop fetish and she told them it was true. Oh my God. You can drop the link in chat, Snarky. Yeah, I'm not going to play it on the stream. No, ma'am. The feds are watching, girl. Let me go look. Hold on. Did you upload it today? Oh, there it is. Hold on. Let me watch and I'll report back. Definitely not going to share it with the class, though. Why are you on this app with minors, Foodie? This is so weird. I don't care what platform I'm on. I would never, and especially setting and being on a stream with a underage kid. Like it could be somebody in their 20s, and I probably wouldn't want to share a platform with them. What are you doing? So one of the kids said, someone just messaged me and said, your husband like shit. Hold on. Somebody said, the person goes, is that real? And she goes, at first she was shaking her head no. And then she goes, oh yeah. Did y'all drop the link in the chat for the video? That's it. That was it. That's crazy. Girl. That's so fucking insane that you're going on these platforms and there can be kids on there. For what reason? Let me end the poll. 1,000 votes. Do you believe that she's actually fighting with Salah? Or do you believe this story about fighting with Salah? 57% say no and 43% say yes. I think we're pretty split on that. I was watching it and just reporting back Gen X. I didn't want to play it. Like I said, the feds are watching. I'm not trying to get anything to get me in trouble over here. Exactly. Lights out. No kids in the treehouse, please. Yikes on bikes. Seriously. How cringy. How embarrassing for you, Foodie. That's how low you are, is that you're hanging out with children. You freak weirdo. Let's move on.
And he has a huge ego. And ego is the biggest destroyer of truth. His ego will not let him ever admit he's wrong and will never let him acknowledge he's hurt me. So just like with the situation the other day. So why am I gonna, you want me to get better and grow mentally? Okay, well then I'm probably gonna outgrow you. Don't complain about it. Cheers. Maybe Mike.
I do agree with that, Moonflowers. I do. I mean, Foodie is just one of those people who, in my opinion, they don't have boundaries when it comes to adults, children, and animals. Inappropriate in all ways.
Yeah, I'm not a yo-yo. I have mental health issues I'm working on. I'm fat. I'm working on, but I'm a good person. I love with all my heart. And, you know, I've
Love with your wallet. And that is also, you can be financially predatory with that situation. Foodie, for instance, you're looking for men in despair, men who don't want to work, men in financial need, so you can use your wallet to secure a relationship with them. I don't know that that qualifies you as being a good person. Absolutely not. But I guess you believe that along with everything else.
given a lot of chances, a lot of chances. So for him to turn around and not even acknowledge or to be even give me the answer if he loves me or not, like he's withholding that as emotional manipulation, and I'm done with it. I'm done with the emotional manipulation. Done. And that's what I wanted to say today.
Hey, Barry.
Halas. Halas. I have a temper. Yes, I know. I agree with that. Yeah. Don't let anyone control you. Yeah. I don't mind healthy control, if that's even a thing. Probably not, actually, now that I think about it.
Healthy relationships should not have control at all. Like, even if everybody has their role, there doesn't have to be control. And this is how you can tell that you've never been in a healthy relationship, because you don't even know how they operate, Foodie. Still, after everything that you claim that you've been through, you do not know how a healthy relationship operates. Oh, you have control. You have control. Like, dude, you're so clueless.
Temper. Yes, I know. I agree with that. Yeah. Don't let anyone control you. Yeah. I don't mind healthy control, if that's even a thing. Probably not, actually, now that I think about it.
Dastardly, I think she had it blocked out. Wicked Crafter says the wallet giveth and the wallet taketh away. Right, YouTube? It's true, Wicked Crafter. You're not wrong. Thank you for the super chat, hun.
Arabic speaker. No, when you start feeding your mind good shit. Thank you, Larry. Hi, Larry. Yeah. Thank you, Teardrop. Lolo, you have to willingly give that control. It's called trust. No one can demand it. Right.
Let me say this much. If Foodie ends up in a position to where she finds another individual like Salah, like Dishwasher, who's willing to entertain her, I have a feeling it's going to be really bad this time. I don't want to say that she got lucky with Salah and Dishwasher, but she escaped those situations with really little to no damage to anything in her life whatsoever. She's not going to continue to keep getting lucky, getting herself in these types of situations. It was kind of like the way we seen her operate with that dude in the food court. That is how Foodie operates in life. So take that situation, between that exchange between her and that man in the food court, and apply that to Foodie trying to go out and actually date. And in the situation, she literally left her home in Canada, went to Kuwait with somebody she did not even know. And that whole entire thing, going to Kuwait, going to Syria with strangers, could have ended so badly for her. And again, we call her the cockroach for a reason, but cockroaches always have their day. She's not going to continue to be lucky, because she's going to put herself in that position again. You can tell that the woman is in heat and she's looking for a new replacement for Salah, because at the end of the day, she knows. Deep down, she knows that situation and relationship with Salah is over. So I kind of do agree with, I can't remember who said it earlier, about like her being somewhat checked out with Salah. I do, but she's still holding on to it a little bit, but she wants a replacement. Before she's fully ready to let go, she's going to want somebody else. And it's going to end up poorly for her eventually. Hey, Liz, actually her using money to get affection and buy love speaks volumes of how poorly she sees herself. Yes, her insecurities, low self-esteem, and self-value. Agreed. 1,000,000%. Absolutely. She can sit here and act like, I can get a man. I have no problem getting a man. I can get a man that's going to, she knows what she's willing, what she can attract. And it's not good. It's really bad.
Yeah, Kelly. Well, the plan for today, I'm kind of annoyed that I didn't get up sooner.
Well, she doesn't have money right now, but eventually she might bounce back. It's going to take her some time, but eventually she'll bounce back. It's going to get really bad though as far as finances are concerned before she's free and clear to spend money on a new man, but she'll get there eventually.
But yeah. But he did say I love you like when I first came here.
Really, Alexis? Holy crap. Keem is going to take the low-cal live over to Kick. Well, hey, listen, YouTube's getting really strict, so a lot of people seem to be pivoting in that direction. I don't know. We'll have to see where things go, I guess. Because Keem, I think, got a strike. So he's fighting his own battles right now with YouTube. I don't think he's going to be able to do too much for old French fry girl over there.
I don't know.
Because here's the thing. If Keem got himself a strike and he has these connections, then you would think he'd be able to get that strike taken care of. And if he can't get that strike taken care of, then he ain't getting a motherfucker's channel reinstated that got terminated.
But now it's like, if you can't, like, no, why would I go? I'm not going on a business trip with you. I'll go on a business trip myself, man. I don't need you for that. What the hell are you talking about? He's like, I was joking. You missed the LOL. I was like, okay, if it's a joke, easy. Just answer my questions then. And he can't do it, so. Told me to leave him alone? You got it, buddy. This very... You are black? I don't know. Yeah. No, if he doesn't love me, leave me alone then. He knows my feelings. I've expressed them many times and he chooses to ignore them, so he's lost. Yeah, he did. Leave me alone. When I told him how I felt, leave me alone. I look tired. Oh my gosh. I need a man who's like 50. Old like me. They've lived life. They're more mature, more wise, more grown. Oh yeah, he's blocked. So that's it. Yeah. That's why I didn't understand that French guy from when I was like 16. That was awful. Why would a man that age have anything to do, anything mentally in common with someone that young? That's what's disturbing about it. And this idiot would always complain, you need to grow up and be a woman. I'm 16, you stupid idiot. Yeah. A predator, yep. But for me, I was just like, ooh, you know. I'm not the one who manipulated feelings. And at that age, you don't know. You're just learning stuff. Like, you don't know any better. But all that to say, the age gap does make a difference maturity-wise in a lot of ways. I wasn't mature in that relationship a lot either. I'm just starting to realize things.
Sweetheart, are you still talking about that predator? There was, I don't know, because I feel like everything is starting to blur in together. So I'm trying to follow along with what she's saying here. You were never in a relationship at 16 with a 30 or 40 something year old man. They were a predator. They were preying on you. That's not a relationship, sweetheart. Maybe you should seek some like professional counseling over that entire situation, because you're talking about that. And maybe I misheard. Maybe you pivoted back to Salah, but I do believe she's still talking about that situation when she was a teenager and she was that whole thing that happened. You probably should talk to a professional about that. I don't know that you want to bring that to your YouTube channel and talk about that as it was a relationship, because it was not. It absolutely was not.
I was a child. Men never mature. Teardrop.
Freya, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know for sure. I don't remember. But I know that that dummy got on her channel and sang a song about when Foodie was claiming to be physically abused by a dishwasher and said, "Hit me, Cokie, one more time." I know that she said that for sure. I don't know about that stuff. Probably. That's the kind of person she is. Probably. And thank you for the support. Absolutely, 16 is still a kid.
Very few people in life in general, men or women, develop emotional maturity. I don't have good maturity.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Say that again, please.
As a child. Men never mature. Teardrop. Very few people in life in general, men or women, develop emotional maturity.
I disagree. I absolutely disagree, Foodie.
I
We all have our moments. I think a lot of us can be very immature, but I don't agree with what you just said at all.
don't have good emotional maturity because I still rage and I can't hold my tongue sometimes. Hi, Brooke.
Hey, 10KD. Yes, agreed. 1,000%.
And I'm sorry I said the R word the other day. I really need to work on that. I'm going to start calling people barrels of assholes.
Sorry. You're not sorry. You just don't like the backlash you got for it, but you're not sorry.
Barrels of buttholes. Married too quickly? Yeah. Well, we had to legally be married to be together there, you know? And there were a lot. I know he loved me. Even if you want to go back to the whole he doesn't love you because of Kay Bella shit, even in the messages, people, you know, he said, I've never talked to another woman since I love Chantel. I love her. I think he did.
I need you to listen. I need you to listen because I've already explained this to you once, but you keep going back. And this is why you justify this situation with Salah and act like he really cared about you. Okay. Rhonda says, who does she think she is to give advice? I don't know, but it's actually fascinating and hilarious to hear. Thank you for being a member for 30 months. He's a romance scammer. So it's not like he was looking at even Cabela as having a real, genuine relationship. Let's not forget the things that he said to Cabela. How much your salary, bitch, meant that, in my opinion, the romance scammer was just trying to romance scam another woman. So with that being said, he needs to convince Cabela that he really genuinely likes you and loves you, because that's part of the scam. Oh, so you really do love her, which means you're more than likely going to love me too. You definitely don't just want me for my TikTok money. It's a romance scam. There's a reason he's not going to sit there and admit what a piece of shit scumbag he is. Like, oh, she's a horrible person. I don't really like her. I'm using her for money. Heh, heh, heh. Because then he would be telling on himself to Cabela or whoever the next victim is. And you will not acknowledge that not only was he trying to romance scam you, he was also trying to romance scam Cabela, but Cabela was trolling him. And he might have been more attracted and liked Cabela in that way more than you. That's fair. But at the end of the day, he was also trying to do the same, which was just get, and I've always said, if Salah could just take an apartment building, and at the time we said Kuwait, and just stick different women in this apartment building who were willing to give him their YouTube, TikTok, whatever paycheck, he would do that. That was the goal. You were just the first of what he hoped to be many. He was like, hell, I'll take all the Beezers and take all their monies and I'll love them all. But you won't admit that was his goal with Cabela. Like, you're so, and I don't even know that it's about admitting this, just it won't register in your funkled brain like that. You're like, he was trying to hook up with Cabela too. Yeah, no, but he just wanted to get off. No and yes. Yeah, he wanted to be perverted with Cabela. Sure, fair, fine, whatever. But he also was interested in Cabela's money, and he made that crystal clear in those messages with her. Very good. Hello. Shut up, Chantel. Not everyone is you. You're weird and different. You're weird and bunkled. That's for sure. Very good. And thank you for the support. Good to see you. Cabela is in the same age as him. I think so. Yes. Hey, Modern Puffin. Hey, Yaba in chat. It's been a while. I just wanted to say hi. Why is her face greasy? I do believe that that's sweat in the Canadian winter. I think it's sweat. It could be grease too, but I'm pretty positive it's sweat. That's true, Cuck Salah. I do agree with that. So it was a bigger score for Salah. Somebody maybe he wouldn't have to go out and immediately tint his windows, you know, wouldn't be ashamed to be seen with in public. Modern Puffin, thank you for the support, hun. Could you imagine a male equivalent of her? Yes. And I think we've seen that in the community. I think it's S-Jam. I don't think that it could get any closer. I think S-Jam is so spot on in the fact that they both live in Canada and they've actually met up because they found each other in this community is wild. It really is wild. Amanda says, sending me that I think she's the litmus test for adult population on emotional maturity. Get the fuck out. Majority of us own our shit and keep it pushing. Very true. Very true, Amanda. Agreed. And thank you so much for the support. Yeah, they don't just resemble each other, but their personalities are so similar in so many ways. I've never been here for a live, I don't think, or not in a long time. Hey, girl, good to see you. Glad you can make the shit show. Sin says it's her leftover facial product on her face. It could be that too. But let's not forget, Foodie also definitely sweats in the Canadian winter. She will never acknowledge Salah asks Cabela if she can have children. That too, Fupa. That too. Cabela opened up about her TikTok success and spoke about being assaulted. Cabela said as soon as he found all that out, he started talking, you know what, to her. Yep. Very true.
They love me. I think he's just young and emotionally immature. That's all. So, but there were really good times we had together. But maybe he loved the idea of me. Maybe I loved the idea of him. Maybe that we both felt that. I idealized each other. My husband gets on my nerves daily. You need to be with someone you can like suffer with in life, you know? Somebody who accepts that about you and doesn't just want to, I don't know. 30 is young. Mentally for men, I find.
Boy, I hate when that happens. Thank you, chat, for notifying me. I was muted. I was coughing. I didn't want you guys to be subjected to that. But anyways, 30 is not young. Men have careers and families and obligations. Men, obviously, most anyways, mature later in life than women. It's been proven. But I wouldn't think that a man in their 30s, I would ever consider them young. That's just so, and again, this just shows the life experience that Chantel has had or even pays attention to. Because it's not like there's not men in her life. There is. I mean, she has a grandpa. She has an uncle. She's been in relationships with other men. So why would you make a statement like that when you're talking about somebody like Salah? And I really think when it comes down to it is because Salah is just like Chantel. He's severely stunted and she's aware of that. She also is severely stunted and so is he. It's not that men in their 30s aren't mature. It's just that Salah definitely is not mature. He's mentally stunted just like you, Chantel. You kind of do make a good pair.
No.
Her uncle is her dad. That's true.
He was 28, 29 when I married him. Yeah. That's young for a man. And I was mentally.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Stop that. It is absolutely not. There is this story that I followed. You guys, some of you all might be familiar or whatever. That dude, Jello, who was with Nikki Baby and then ended up cheating on her, got another girl pregnant, married her, whatever. And all the comments were like, he's so young because she was like 8 years older. And they were just giving so many, he's so young. There are men in their 20s who go out there and have families and, they don't have to use the excuse and cheat on their wife and say it's because I was too young. If you're not ready to settle down and have kids, then don't fucking do that. And if you do that and you cheat on that woman, don't let people go to defend you and say, oh, I'm just so young. I can't help myself. You decided to live that life. You decided to lay down with that woman and not have one, but two babies with her. And then you decided to go cheat on her and have another baby behind that girl's back. And don't use that excuse. That's gross. My husband was 21 when we got married, still together 27 years later. Yeah, shut up with that shit.
In a different place when I married him.
You're old enough to know better, okay? You're old enough to know better.
I've realized a lot of things. I think I've realized more things and done more growth in the past couple of weeks than I have in my entire life.
You're grown when you're 30. I agree 30 is young, but you're grown. You're grown when you're 20 and you're 20, 21, 22. You're old enough to know better, okay? If my son comes home and he's got a girl and he gets that girl pregnant and then I find out he gets another, you're grown and you know better. And we ain't using that excuse, my son is young. No, we ain't living that life over here. We're not enabling. You're old enough to know better when you're 17 years old.
So will you battle on TikTok sans hijab? No, I'm not taking my hijab off.
It's a lot of enabling going out here when it comes to men, ladies and gentlemen.
For Allah, thank you very much. But I will battle whoever I want. Doesn't mean I'm going to flirt with these people. Just, I'm
going to battle whoever I want. I'm going to flirt with these people. So stupid.
I have no reason to not. I'm not married. Nobody loves me. So there you go. Nobody loves me. Oh no, it's foggy out now. See? Espresso. It's Arabic coffee, which is strong like espresso. Yeah. We love you, girl. Thank you. Yes, we're still married legally. Yes, he hasn't sanded in the papers.
See, she loves saying that. She loves saying that they're still married legally. While she wants to sit here and act like she's done and she's blocked him everywhere, she's still claiming him. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Foodie's claim to Salah, is by saying that they're still married.
Thank you, Inox. Here are your Iran sisters. Oh, sorry, Yasmin, that blurted out. I didn't delete you. It was the AI mode. Yasmin, I will answer that about Iran. I 100,000,000% am in solidarity with the women in Iran, okay? I don't think that there should be any compulsion in religion. My aunt, she used to work in the government and she got deployed to Iran. And she said she had to, that's wrong. Yeah, then that's their culture too, alien. Free. Men should lower their gaze. Yeah, they have an aura they have to cover, but I'm not sure. Channel Skies, that got auto deleted. I don't know why. I gotta turn. Can you turn off AI mode?
Don't worry, Christina. I skipped it. We're not gonna be doing that.
I know, Trixie. AI mode really has it out for Yasmin. It's because, yeah, it's not the mods deleting comments. It's the AI mode. I have to figure it out. Anytime you mention a nationality or something like this, I don't know. What was the final straw? Today.
That tiny coffee cup kills me. I love it. Got her big baby bottle and her little coffee cup.
That's it. What? Why is Max here? Oh, is Max? I need a pin for this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tay, we do. Just know I'm in solidarity with you guys. Why would I be on the side of an oppressive government? No thanks. No. I'm just going to charge the phone a bit and we're going to see what we're going to do. It's slightly, look at the weather outside. What do you guys think? It's snowing lightly. I'm not sure what I want to do about it. That light in there makes my, it highlights every imperfection and gives your, see the difference? I didn't just put any filters on. But I need my skin to be better. Beautiful weather. It's snowing pretty. You can't really see it, but I can see it. It's snowy rain. High up, yeah. Very high. Soup weather.
Oh, she's trying really hard not to block people. Later on in the stream, she can't help herself. She does. And she claims, like at the beginning, I promise I'm not going to block you as long as you don't say anything racial or anything like too crazy. your races in chat, whatever. I'm not gonna block you. Mods, don't block. She can't take it. They start pressing her on the Salah situation. She can't handle it. And that was the whole reason why I said she would never go on the Low Cal Live podcast, because they're not gonna protect her over there. They're not gonna block people out of their community. They're not gonna stop their money because Foodie needs a hug box. She's never gonna be to the point in her life. Hey, Sakioya. I'll probably say your name wrong. Whatever. Close enough. Good to see you, girl. Lights Out says, thank you for skipping her ignorant takes too early for that. Girl, never, ever. I don't even care if I agree with anything she says. I don't want to hear it come out of her mouth, especially American politics. Boop, boop. We are not doing that today, sir. Just focus on Canada. Focus on Canada. That's all you need to be worrying about over there, Foodie. Thank you, Lights.
Yep. If I can go back and change anything, oh gosh. I don't know if I could pick one thing. I'd have to reflect on that. That's not an instantaneous answer. But there's definitely things that if I was given a chance to change,
For coming in, Troy.
By God, I would do it. You know?
The problem for me with Foodie when it comes to any kind of like political statement is that it's never coming from her. It's coming from whatever dick she's entertaining. Whatever their views are, that's her views. And I don't get down with that. So at least you can stand on your own shit, and that's how you really feel. And if it ain't about the dick that she's with, it's about her friend Peter and what he believes and what the bullshit that he's told her. She don't have her own beliefs. It's all about who she's surrounded by. I'm not interested in hearing anything that comes out of her mouth when it comes to that shit.
Me, I come off as self-righteous. I don't understand. How can you say you have problems with all these things in Islam when you literally know?
Chantel needs a high-power prescription skincare. Washing her face once a week with Lush isn't going to cut it. Oh, God. I don't even know. She probably washes her face once a week, bro.
What you were in store for. I don't have any problems with Islam. If that's what your takeaway from this is, then you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. Red Wine, you always wanted to go to Canada? You're welcome. Alan Wasalin. Does this match this shirt? This hijab? Let me put it under my chin. Hi.
She absolutely is a personality vampire. That's a great way to describe who she is. That's why she couldn't take off the hijab, because she doesn't know who she is. She has to carry on this cosplay. I agree. Oh my God, look at this still. That is a great still. Granny Foodie. Somebody come get their grandma. They're out of control.
I would go back and stop you from getting Omegle.
What does it feel like to have people who are older than you calling you a grandma? Seriously, Granny Foodie. Now you know what I need you to get, Foodie? Not that cart that you got that you're carrying around, that you're pulling around, the black one or whatever. I need you to get one of those silver carts. I don't know what they're called. I just call them a cart. You know what I mean? Not one of those wagons that she's pulling. She needs an actual cart to carry behind her, like an old lady cart.
I don't regret starting a channel.
You like the color on her? I guess. I mean, she still looks like a granny. And big granny Foodie. Her defiance will always cause her pain and heartache no matter the situation. That's true for sure. She's a year older than me, and I see her as a much older woman, and it's weird. She's younger than me, bro. This woman is like 2 years younger than me, okay? 2 years younger than me, and I'm going to call her a granny all day, and I don't consider myself a granny. I don't care how many times my son says that I'm an unk.
I haven't read the Quran cover to cover, but I do plan on it.
You've been doing this shit for 3 years. You decided to revert to being a Muslim. That was your choice, and you still haven't read the Quran. That's wild work, bro.
And I have read a lot of lessons I have seen read some excerpts from it, not the whole thing yet.
This is why I liked Old Girl. And I know a lot of people in the community didn't fuck with her, and I don't really care. I really felt like she was genuine, and she was educated on Islam and being a Muslim. Like, I really liked her opinions on this community, and there were so many people that beat up on her. And I know that you all have your reasons, and I'm not trying to take that away from you, but I really did enjoy her content. I don't see her around anymore, though.
No, it's not the shirt that was on any floor.
What babe say?
Because this shirt,
I used to call your van the granny vanny.
no. I was gonna say I got this shirt like before, but that would only solidify it.
I don't remember her name, to be honest. What was her name? Somebody in chat knows. Buttercrumpet, you know who I'm talking about. What was her name? And don't be giving Abby. Yeah, don't be giving me no shit neither, Abby Da. I liked Abby. I thought she was cool people.
But no, it's not the shirt. Thank you. Like I said, even
I liked her history. MC Router. I thought that shit was so cool that she used to be a rapper or whatever. And wasn't she on Dr. Phil? I don't know. Her backstory and everything was fucking hilarious.
single, I will never let
So many people gave her so much shit, but I thought she was cool.
that creature, number one, step foot near my place.
I would let that creature number one step 1 foot near my place. Okay. I mean, I feel you on that, bro. Like, I get you, but like the nerve of you to call anybody a creature, number one.
Let him near my cat
You liked MC Router? I liked MC Router for sure.
because no, or me.
I don't know.
So there's no way.
I don't know why it's called a revert. I just know that it's called revert. So I try to, when I learn certain things, I try to continue to be proper if I can. You know what I mean?
Why would I regress?
He is a critter.
It took me a long time to see through the bullshit and the lies and the cheating and the abuse and to accept it. And
Why? That is wild. That is wild that you sat here and you even make that statement. All right. You like them crazy. I like crazy ones too, Buttercrumpet. It took me a while to see through all the cheating. And she's talking about dishwasher, right? She's talking about dishwasher. It took me so long to see through the cheating and the abuse before I actually was willing to walk away. Number one, you did not walk away from that situation. I want to remind you that you were forced away because dishwasher found himself a new woman with gray puss over there. Okay, let's make that clear. How'd I end up here? You're 47 today. Well, happy birthday to you, honey. Congratulations on making it another year. Hell yeah. MC, don't start your shit today. You done ran off somebody yesterday. You ran off somebody yesterday, and Sam ran somebody else off. No, it wasn't just you. It was you, and I ain't seen Joanna in here. Oh my God. Y'all ran off 3 people yesterday. 3 motherfuckers. If y'all weren't here, if y'all missed yesterday's meeting, the chat was out of control, especially the moderators, okay? You had MC block somebody. I can't even remember why. Then you had Miss T and Sky bullying, beating up on Joanna. And then you had Sam that got rid of Shannon. Shannon, I ain't forgot about you, girl. I've been thinking about that shit since yesterday. Sam claims that she went through my block list and didn't find her. I call bullshit. I'm gonna have to do it myself.
I didn't love myself back then.
I don't know, man. I like Joanna. We're all weirdos. Are you kidding me, Amanda? Will you look at the fucking chat, my guy? We're all weird. We're all weird. Are you saying that Joanna is like exceptionally weird? Which is possible. It's possible. But I've always enjoyed Joanna in the chat.
I didn't respect myself.
She is an OG. I don't care. You know what? You know why I'm so easy. I can easily look over Joanna over there hanging out with Quirky. Because I know eventually that motherfucker's going to flip on her and she's going to be talking shit just like she does all the other death fats. I'm just giving it time to happen. You motherfuckers are jumping the gun.
And now, after suffering through all of that and doing a lot of mental work to get to a better place and be okay, to think that I would just...
Oh, Eva. Yeah, it was Eva. We lost Eva too. She called us weird. Well, we are. It is what it is. Hey, Carrie Ann. Welcome to the Poors. Thank you so much for being a poor piece of crap. I appreciate you. I just want to point out that I just talked about 2 people and the way I named them was dishwasher and gray puss. I want you to think about that. I want you to think about calling somebody a weirdo and listening to me talk about somebody and say dishwasher and gray puss. And here's the kicker. You know who the fuck I'm talking about. So I just want to make that clear. Okay. Because We're all a little weird when it comes down to it. We know, and not only am I using very weird nicknames, when I say cigarette, you motherfuckers know who I'm talking about. Shall I continue? I think it's great though. I would not have this shit any other way, okay? I don't care. Yeah, I accept it. I am too. Empty of stars. Thank you so much for joining memberships, hon. I appreciate you. We're all weird around. No, but you know what's the better part though is that we think we're like the better weirds. Yeah, well, we might be weird, but we're not like those weirds, okay? Like then you can get really kind of crazy with it. And I get that. It's a whole thing. Anyways, Empty of Stars, welcome. Welcome to the shit show.
Immediately, like, ooh, like, why? Is this person a catch? Does this person bring any value to my life?
And again, I'm going to ask you this question, Foodie. Do you actually want a partner in your life that brings value? Because you're not alone. Like, there are people out there who seek out people who bring no value to their life because they want to be able to control a situation. Also, other reasons, low self-esteem would definitely be a big one for you. You don't want somebody who actually brings value to your life, because then you're always going to see somebody else taking that person from you. You need somebody who brings absolutely nothing of value to your life, because then who the fuck is going to steal dishwasher? But surprise, woohoo, over here in this community, not ours. I'm just saying, but in girl world, viewers, watchers, silent, beezers, whatever, guess what? They were willing to reach out to dishwasher. Dee great puss over there. Imagine, like dead ass. Imagine, like at least with Cabela, it was all a troll. But Great Puss was a paying member, was an active member in Chantel's community, and she reached out to dishwasher. So much so that these motherfuckers have been in an actual relationship for like 3 years. No man is safe. So what does that say about the women? You know what I mean? What does that say about the women? That's crazy. Shani. What up, Shani? While we're talking about losers, let's go ahead and kick Shani in there as well. That's fine. Gray puss equals Gussie.
No. Why would I? Why? For what reason? To get more STDs?
You know, if you have a man of value, then you're going to have to actually put in work in the when you have value, when you bring value to a relationship, you're going to want somebody else also to have some kind of value. That's normally how successful relationships operate. Why in the fuck would you want to be in a relationship with somebody who has no value? And I'm not talking about monetary. I'm talking about lots of different things that people bring to relationships, you know? Hello, Chuck. Oh my God. I have been setting up my bar, just listening. I picked up my phone and saw Cutie. Jump scare for real. Also, I'll be 47 in a month. She definitely looks older than I. Okay, back to work. Have fun setting up your bar. Is it like an alcohol bar? Bars present day can mean a lot of things, like coffee bar, snack bar, you know, salad bar. Sam sent me this TikTok the other day, which she's trying to get me on the salad taco bar in the refrigerator. Have you guys seen that? Totally want to do it. Okay. But alcohol, maybe, Chuck? Okay. All right. Hey, Jeb. Chuck, thank you for the support, hun. Oh, sound bar? I have a sound bar. Mm-hmm. A former LCU host offered Rev a show on LCU, and he said he would be down to work for Game. All right. Well, and you know what, though? I could see the potential in that. I could see the potential in Amberlynn and Foodie hosting some of these shows. The problem is when you have the co-host, you've got to be able to match that situation. Like you put Rev on there, which is going to be wild. You're going to have somebody that makes that where people want to watch that content. That shit that they got on with Amberlynn with those other two people, no offense to them, but it just don't make any sense. It's unwatchable. The bar is low, bro. Miss T says, we are all weird. We just have different brands of weirdos. I won't hang out in Pete's or Rosie's chat. I need my witty humor, not dumbass weird. You do your weird, how would you mind? That's what you sounded like when you said that, Miss T. I totally get it. I just want to point out, since we're talking about weird, in case you missed this at the beginning, okay, that yesterday this arrived at my door. All right. This is not weird. No. The fact that, you know, I got a grabber yesterday delivered to my door. Look at that. It's fancy, isn't it? Yeah. So now it's become a side character of the live streams. We've got the grabber. We've got Cigarette in the background. Can you guys still see Cigarette back there? I can't tell. We've got Pickles. We've got sponsors. We've got it all. All right. And this is my kind of weird. The only thing that really creeps me out about that Rev guy is that weird clip I seen recently where he's like, it's not the fact that he's dressed like a woman, like whatever. It's the talking like a kid. And I think it was Butter Crumpet that sent underneath that tweet. Like it was actually turning him on. I don't like that kind of shit. Thanks, Foxy. It is pretty cozy. Miss T, thank you for the support. Oh, Joanna's here. Hey, girl. Good to see you, girl.
To be further away from Allah? No. To be in a haram relationship? No.
No.
Never.
Never.
Yeah.
Never. I don't think so.
YouTube lover. Yeah.
Right, Foxy? Yeah. That's too much, you know?
No, I'm not desperate. Get real. Sorry that you think that of me, but you're wrong. We'll always be the scummiest scum. Yeah, if I was desperate, I would be
Foodie. And again, it's obvious that you're desperate. These aren't just me. This is not just a community guessing. I think that Foodie Beauty is desperate. It's very obvious. We're not questioning. We know. With the choices of partners that you've had in the last, 6 years at this point, that you were very desperate and nothing is changed. You're going to continue to be desperate because you won't work on yourself. You bring nothing to the table. I'm just repeating myself at this point. Sassy Cat says Rev said he slept in his mom's bed with her in it. Thank you for that.
looking for the next man immediately. There's no shortage of men in life. He looks like Michael. Yeah. Right, Belle? Strawberries. Did you see Ariana Grande's new album? It's beyond inspirational.
I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know.
No, Salah brought a lot of things to the marriage. He did.
Okay. Crump says, to be fair, she was dying of cancer and he was her full-time career. That I'm not muted. I just checked. Yeah, I needed a hat this morning. Listen, I straightened my hair this morning and it ended up puffing up because it was raining outside and I was unaware. And I still have my Adidas hat. I keep everything you guys send me. I don't know. I mean, yeah, you know. I'd rather just not talk about it. I don't know. I don't know if it's really, I get what you're saying, Butter Crumpet, and I totally get that. But those people are just weird in general. So there's that too.
He did.
Oh, he was her carer. Okay. Yes.
But where we conflict.
Sorry about that.
Now is what I was just discussing, you know? If I was desperate, I would just go on, make a new dating profile or go online and be like, hey, here's my ad, you know, come see me, whatever. No, I would never, I would jump at the first other man that is available. No, I don't want to make those mistakes again. You know? Because I don't need to go out and validate myself with men approving of my looks, approving of me. I'm enough. You know, no, I can't date non-Muslims. Sorry, not fuss. That it deleted itself. But turning men away because I want to work on myself. And when I'm more whole and in a healthy place, I will attract the right person. And that person will not discount my feelings and will not make me feel undervalued. No way. No, I've said I'm legally married.
Stop saying that, Foodie.
Scrape right? What is with this AI? The Egyptian you were battling the other day was trying to flirt. My husband translated. Oh, they were Egyptian? Oh, I thought they were from Syria. I've had many Egyptian. I've had men from different cultures, but there's been a few from Egypt in my inbox on TikTok. You're so beautiful, mashallah. Come to Egypt, get married. There's no shortage of men. There's a
these are not men who are seeking out genuine relationships. They're romance scammers. Guys, if there was people in my inbox, if I was in that situation, I would tell nobody. I would not tell anybody because I would know what people are going to think. I wouldn't tell anybody that this is not the flex, Chantel, that you think it is. And Salah is very well aware when you try to brag to him what these men are looking for. God.
The Egyptian you were battling the other day was trying to flirt. My husband translated. Oh, they were Egyptian? Oh, I thought they were from Syria. I've had many Egyptian. I've had men from different cultures, but there's been a few from Egypt in my inbox on TikTok. You're so beautiful, mashallah. Come to Egypt, get married. There's no shortage of men. There's a shortage of emotionally available, stable, well-established men. That's what we're missing. And that's, you know, hey, Koi stuff. That I don't think so. I don't think Canada I haven't submitted a marriage to Canada. I didn't know I had to do that.
You know, the thing with Chantel, where she's really gonna have a hard time, but to be honest, before I even get into that, I don't think that Chantel is actually looking for a real relationship. So that's number one. You got to remember that. Like she's just like Salah. She's looking for certain things. But the older you get, and she spent so much time with Dishwasher and Salah, like she's missing out on like the growth of relationships. Like the older she gets, the less bullshit that anybody wants to put up with, the less bullshit that people want to tolerate. You know, when people are dating in their 40s, they're not in, for the most part, not obviously for everybody, but they're over the drama. They're over the fighting. They just want to chill and relax and have somebody they can spend time with and share a life with. They're over the bullshit. So where Foodie, if she ever does get to a point to where she genuinely wants to date somebody and she wants to find a partner, it's just like we talk about how she's mentally stunted. She's also going to be stunted as far as relationships are concerned. And she's still going to be like, don't you want to hear about my feelings? Don't you care about me? Don't you want to hear about how I feel? And they're like, bro, I just want to chill, go have some dinner, hang out and watch TV together. And she is going to be the type that she's back in her early 20s, late 20s, where she's mentally stuck there, mentally in relationship, as far as relationships are concerned. And it's going to be so hard to find just somebody who's willing to date her just on that level alone. Again, the older you get, the more you're chill. You're not into all that. My feelings is, and no, we don't want to do that. We're over. We did that already. We've done that. We're beyond that at this point. Like we should, in our 40s, if we're dating, we should all know what we want here. Didn't she buy a motorcycle helmet once? Yeah, that's the whole thing. Yeah, allegedly, for sure. If you jump in my DMs, I'm sending you a pic of Rosie and saying it's me. Her level of delusion is fascinating to watch. Yes, absolutely. So every so often, I'll get these random DMs from like guys and they're like, hey, how are you? Or they'll send me selfies and I just assume like these are bots off top because it's just weird to, especially on Twitter of all places, to hop in and to message somebody at. And I think they all are. Like, I don't even put any thought into it. I block, like, go away immediately. But I bring that up because I wonder like if Foodie was to get messages like that, right? If she would just automatically assume like these people are interested in her and they are really actually looking to like date or something, she probably would. And you all, if you're on Twitter, you probably know what I'm talking about. Like just random men out of nowhere. Like they're not even following you. They're not in our community. How did you end up here, sir? Number one. But I'm not asking questions. I'm not doing anything but hitting that block button, you freak. Go away. But for somebody like Chantel, she would get messages randomly like that and really think that it's legit. Like, oh, this guy has been looking for a woman to talk to and he came across my picture and he really must be into me. I must really do it for him. And she probably even fires back a conversation. That is the level that Foodie is on. And when you really think about that, it's quite like we always talk about her mom, and it's quite terrifying because you really, really, really have to be mentally fucked up to take it in that direction. You got one on TikTok? Yeah. Scam bots, Christina. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure like even the messages that they send, it's you can tell that it's a bot message. She has zero survival skills. So thinking about that, you know, being a mom of 3 kids, I don't believe that any of them would ever be in that situation, but it would be terrifying to think that my daughter could be that delusion, be that level of delusion where she would think that a bot was a real man trying to initiate a conversation with her. That would be terrifying for a parent, you know? But Smee, and I don't blame Smee, is so far checked out. I think, in my opinion, the relationship I think Smee loves Chantel. I'm going to say that first of all. That's her daughter. She loves her. But I think deep down, Smee's like already mourned Chantel. Like she's already let her go. She's already said her goodbyes to the person that she was, 20 years ago. So she just kind of just goes with, and she, has separated herself from what Chantel does in her life. That would be the only thing that makes sense to me of how you could function when you have a kid that's just so far gone like that. And you could say that in a bunch of different scenarios as well. But specifically Chantel's, you would just have to, separate yourself and mourn the daughter that you once had and is no longer more, and whatever happens. Does that make sense? Lights Out says the way she objectifies men gives big incel vibes. I agree with that. 1,000,000%, girl. And thank you for the support. The Funkle Brain for sure. Sassy Cat says, my profile pic is a dog and I have no videos on TikTok and I have men instant messaging me in my inbox wanting to get to know me. Exactly. It's a swamp for scammers. Yes. No, it's so true. But yeah, so imagine taking that shit serious, Sassy Cat. Like that's the level of crazy. These messages that she's talking, and she's even telling you basically what's in these messages. And we're like, you already know. Like, who is saying, oh, that's for real? That person's probably went over to your YouTube, checked you out, blah, 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 blah. No, we know. Like, everybody's getting those messages. But the rest of us, we're over here blocking. Like, ew, pew. Crazy to think that somebody's taking that shit serious. It's so dangerous, too. And that's what I was talking about earlier when I said... when I said something about Foodie not getting lucky, again, when she ends up, talking back to one of these scammers and she takes them up on come to Egypt and we'll get married. Like one of these times, it's going to really catch her ass. She's not going to get lucky the way she did, even with Dishwasher. That whole dishwasher situation could have ended really bad, especially knowing everything we know about him and what he's capable of. Could have been really bad for her. Same with Salah. You don't just gunt off and leave. Even if you're in Kuwait, you don't just gun off to America and just hope that this person that you've talked to for a month on the internet ain't a complete psycho. It ain't safe for you all neither. It ain't safe for us. It ain't safe for you. It ain't safe for nobody to be going and meeting people like that. And especially in Chantel's situation, seeing as she's a 400-pound Funkle death fat, yeah, even more so. It stand out and it's absolutely insane. Sassy Cat, thank you for the support, hun. Mia Moore says he's not upsetting, then she's getting attention from men. He's afraid they're going to steal his bag. Yes, and I said that earlier. Salah is intimidated by men, not because they're going to steal his good-looking woman. It's because Foodie is really an easy catch. I mean, yeah, she's lost her monetization, but Salah has the mindset that somehow his woman is going to get her bag back. And again, like I said, even if Foodie was to go collect Canadian disability, and I'm not saying that she is or that she qualifies, I'm just saying whatever she's willing to give him, if he just needs to shoot off a couple of messages and send some pictures of him and her together and she breaks him off a 20 spot, well, that's a fucking win in his book. So does he want to risk other men coming? There's only so many 20s that can go around, guys. Okay? There's only so many 20s that can go around. So yeah, that motherfucker is going to tint his windows. That's his prize. That's his prized possession. Foodie was Salah's prized possession. And he ain't trying to have nobody else come mess up his bag. Doesn't matter. A couple of dollars. He's in Syria. A 20 spot could take him along. Remember when $20 could take you so far back into the late 90s, early 2000s? Remember when motherfuckers, when they smoke crack, they'd be like, can I get a 20? Because them motherfuckers were getting high all night. Okay? $20 was $20 back in the day. It ain't like that no more. But in Syria, hell yeah, you're living it up, buddy. Mia, thank you for the support, hon. Hold on, I got behind running my fat mouth. That was funny. That was a banger. Big Bertha Jean, holy shit, girl. If you want to say you or anyone you know are in a DV situation, doesn't matter, 38 years or 3 months, please get them out. Life is short. I love you all so much. Sorry for sidebar, but heavy on my mind in light of what happened to my BFF over 45 years. Big hugs. When you are dealing with somebody who is abusive, they're unpredictable. I'm not going to get into personal, detail about my situation whatsoever, but there's not a day that when I wake up out of bed, that I'm not grateful that I was able to escape that situation and get away and not only just be alive, but to restart my life over with a second chance. I never will take that for granted. So I totally understand what you're saying, Big Bertha, and lots of hugs to you and your family, hun. And thank you so much for the support. Seriously, it means so much. It's terrifying. It really is. You don't know what's going to happen day to day. And you really feel like there's no way out. And, somewhat there were days in that situation where I just accepted it and just waiting to see, like that was it. That was your fate, but it's not. And there is ways out and you can get away from those situations. So many of us have been or know somebody who's been in those kind of situations. It's terrifying. Art says, only man who's allowed in our DMs is Mr. Clip That and Ship That. Am I right, ladies? Kidding. I'm sorry, yeah, but I had to. Art, thank you for being a member for 5 months. I appreciate you. What Miss Ann say? I missed it. Right? Yes, that's my thing is like I do sometimes tend to think about the time that was wasted. I think it was it Lucy Goosey in chat earlier? They said something about 20 years. Mine's around that. And I think about that, and especially because those are your prime years, like shit. I was 21 until like 37, something like that. And that's just time you're never gonna get back, but you gotta take the good with the bad, I suppose. It could have been never. It could have been never. And for some people it is never, like Big Bertha's situation and the thing that she's talking about. They never got to see the other side of that, It really does, Fondue. Hello, Yulia. Yo, I'm late for the meeting, but only because I got railed. My God. Oh, well, something that didn't happen to Foodie, that's for sure, Yulia. Thank you for announcing that to the class. See what I mean? Circling back around to the weird weird people of the community. This is a prime example of that. Yulia, thank you so much. And glad, very happy for you, hon. Big Bertha says, I got out of one, got another friend out and was working on her, and he hated me. We almost had fist fights. Ugh, Big Bertha, it really is. And you know what? You're probably going to have to come to terms and, somehow just understand that wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault. And I'm sure she appreciated what you were able to do for her. And thank you for the support, hun. Clip Yulia and ship Yulia.
Hey, Kiara. Those men are scammers. Probably. They probably do want.
Oh, there's not a whole lot that we can do. I don't want to say that. There is a whole lot that we can do as far as mothers and who have sons, and same with dads out there who have sons. It's so important how to treat your sons, and I'm talking about sons specifically. Okay, yes, the same for daughters. Absolutely. I remind my sons every time, every day, to make sure that they treat their woman right. You never touch a woman. You treat your woman. She is your queen. Okay. She is what's going to hold when you decide if this is a one for you, if this is going to be your woman and you think you're going to possibility. And I know you all are young and you're just dating or whatever. I'm just going ahead and planting the seeds now. This is your queen. Okay. You treat her like your queen. You treat her like she's your everything. And trust me, she will do the same in return for you. It's very important as mothers of sons. We start that early. You have to. Yulia making me jealous. Kyle, you're so funny. Kimmy J said, I spent 5 years of my 20s in it, but now I have the best husband ever. There's always better, and you are worthy. Love all of you weirdos. We love you too, girl, and we're glad you're on the other side of that, hun. And thank you so, so much for the support. Yulia said, girl, it's been a while, and it was so good. Yulia, you're so funny. You're making me blush. My. Well, we're glad to hear it, Yulia, and congratulations. Here, celebrate, bitch. I mean, listen, that's what you try to do, Miss T. You try to. Not that that's always going to work out, because I'm going to tell you, kids go off and do what they want to do. They're also very heavily influenced by people that they're surrounded by, whether it be their kids at school or coworkers. Life will life. Your kids are not just going to be influenced by what you tell them and what you do in life. They're also going to be influenced by other people in the world. So you try to be the higher power of that, and hopefully that they listen to the things that you're saying, but it's not always the case. And that really sucks. That's the Rel song. Yeah, for sure.
I want to come here. I don't know.
Oh, wait a minute. Weren't we supposed to go to the store? Is Sam still in here? I'm shocked that she hasn't kicked my door in and told me that we're supposed to be going to the Costco.
Oh, there are good. They're not all of them want that.
Butterfly, I have a similar situation. A very similar situation.
Look at Mariam Harbarwi. She's living in Egypt with her husband. Her husband loves her perfectly, doesn't want to pressure her to come to Australia or whatever, I got them on Facebook. Yes.
My husband was raised by his mom and his grandma, and they were always emphasized being nice to girls, and he learned how to treat women with respect and kindness. I try to preach old school to my kids, to my boys especially. Like, I always make sure that they're the ones paying when they go out on a date. Like, if you want to take that girl out on a date, and if you're not employed, obviously you're 15 years old, but you want to take your woman out on a date, then that's fine. I'll give you the money to pay for you to take. Like, I like to instill those old school values to where I hope that they get to a place. And this also follows up with what they're going to do when they get older, what they're going to do for careers. Like, if you want to start a family, if that's what you want to do, put your woman in a position to where if she wants to take a break and raise her kids, you can financially take care of her. Be the provider. I would really like for them to be providers, and if not always the case, like, no, I'm not saying that always women want to sit home and raise kids, but a lot of women would like to and not like to be stressed about that. So put yourself in a position to be able to financially take care of your woman. That is what I try to preach to them. Pay for your woman, treat her good. Don't forget a birthday. Don't forget Christmas. And that's going to cause your life to be a lot less stress-free. And you're going to, reap the benefits of that. I do believe that. Yeah, true partners to your ladies. Exactly. I get to be a housewife and raise my babies. I appreciate the fuck out of him for that. Yeah, not everybody gets to do that. And, a lot of people, and that's why I feel like telling them young and telling them like trying to explain to them why it's so important to focus on school and what you want to do as a career. So you can you want to be a provider, son. I want you to be able to take care of your family. Okay. And I know that they necessarily didn't have that for like a role model, but just telling them and explaining to them why, I'm hoping that it hits eventually. Butter crumpet, bitch, you're so funny. Shout out to Yulia getting railed like a train. I hope you're walking sideways and queefing as you move, girl. I can't believe that they even allowed that butter crumpet to go through. You are so out of control. You're so out of control. You live for the fuckery in the chat. Yulia is probably your queen from until somebody else is willing to come through and give such a statement like that. I love that for you guys. Wow, that's a lot. I feel like I need to go to the Costco. Okay, I'm gonna be quite honest. I want to go to the Costco today. I would sit around for another 4-hour, 3-hour live stream, but have you all ever had these peppers that they sell at the Costco? They're so good. Okay, I really need to go get these. I don't know. I'm just insisting. Did she say that she wanted to go? Because she didn't text me. What does Sam say? If you don't want to go to Costco, I won't leave. They sell these peppers and they got like cheese on the inside of them. Oh my God, they're so good, bro. Okay, you're ready when I am. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. I hate to cut it short, but to be honest, it really wasn't that short, but we didn't get through all of it. There was really a lot more that I wanted to get through that I didn't get to today, but that's okay. There's always tomorrow. Today is Wednesday. Yeah, drama B. I mean, it's nothing, of course, like it used to be. And that's the thing with weight loss surgery. That's how they want it. But there are certain things that I can eat. Yeah, I can definitely have a couple of those peppers with cheese. They're so good. If you have a Costco in your area and you got a Costco membership, bitch, you got to try them. Did I tell you all that we got a Costco membership? I'm not happy that Costco don't have Scan and Go. I don't understand why y'all don't have Scan and Go. Ashley, thank you. Somebody sent this to me. I can't remember who sent it, but one of you guys sent it to me and I've had it out here. And thank you for being a member for 34 months. And the protein drinks. So Costco has these protein drinks and I just drank the last one this morning. They come in a can. So if you are a really picky person when it comes to protein drinks, like for me, I don't like that. I don't like thick drinks. That's my whole problem with protein drinks. It's so thick. No, thank you. But they got these protein drinks. They come in a can and they're not thick at all. They're freaking great. And I could actually drink those. And I don't feel like there's a big glob of crap in my throat. You know, you like the Costco. You know what I'm talking about, Alexis? Oh God. Here we go. Yulia says, thank you, Butter Crumpet, and everybody. May you all be satisfied as well. Also, yes, I'm goddamn sore, but it hurts so good. Everybody go get you some tonight. Public service announcement. We will meet back here tomorrow. But I highly discourage anybody looking to get some from romance scammers. That's the only thing. Hey, even if you need to call if that's legal in your area, like some kind of escort or something, that's fine. All right. But what's not okay is the romance scammers. All right. Don't do that. Don't do that. We're good. Thumbs up. Yulia, thank you for your support. That'll be it for today. And I don't think Cigarette is going to, just to be clear, I do not think that she will make an appearance, her avatar or her. We need to separate these two characters, okay? No, they're in a jar, Katie Cake. So these peppers, they come in a jar and they come with cheese in them and they're just amazing. You just got to look it up. They're fucking great. Anyways, we need to separate Cigarette and Cigarette's avatar. You got Cigarette and you got Cigarette's avatar. We've only seen and heard from Cigarette's. How do we know Cigarette's even okay? Can I ask you all this question before we leave? I'm going to leave you with something to think about. How do we know that she's not being held hostage? Why did my shit just go out? Okay, it's back. I don't know what happened. How do we not know that she's being held hostage by her own avatar? Did you ever think about that? We're out here bullying the hell out of this woman. Poor Cigarette. And for all we know, she could be being held hostage by her avatar. Like, I know it sounds like really crazy and really out there. So I'm going to end this with this last message. Annie, are you walking? Are you walking, Annie?
evil cackle. Chat sucking mate, shut all. Chat sucking mate.